So what y'all gonna do when China attacks?
You think China attacking?
Hey, I'm gonna be that roll, my family.
Nah, they just right. Everything.
That roll, family.
I was fucking with y'all the whole time. I love y'all.
They're good though.
No, it
Man,
wasn't.
that's
But
enough to display somebody's lifetime. 500 episodes?
what episode they on now?
Let's get
Episode-
committed.
And we're back with another episode of Verbal Vitamin
903 and
Podcast.
chapter 957.
Damn.
And 957 dropped today. All hype.
Oh, no. Fuck
Oh,
you. Because when I went to talk about Boruto last weekend,
You don't watch or read One Piece.
I don't give a fuck.
He said I could one day in
One
600
day-
episodes.
when you start reading,
Don't you ruin it for me?
You don't read Boruto.
I do read. I just read the chapter. I found out what happened.
What happened?
Naruto is sealed.
I said that last
I
episode.
know, but like I saw the process. It's in a big old cocoon egg or some shit.
Some shit.
My nigga go.
So wait a minute.
He
I
gone,
saw
bro.
that you mentioned something of like
Naruto's dead.
it was
He's not-
they ended Naruto at this age and then started Shippuden at this age. It's like a gap.
Well, it's a time skip, but no. So we gonna get into everything we need to talk about. But so somebody just put my mind onto something about Boruto. It's
It
following
sucks. Okay.
it's following Dragon Ball Z.
What do you mean?
The Momoshiki arc and the Chunin
It's
exams.
supposed to be Cell and
No, Cell and them is Jigen and them. Momoshiki would have been the Frieza arc. And then think about it, while they're away, well, they didn't go away, but while they're fighting, or while Sasuke and Naruto was worried about celestial threats, Vegeta and them, Goku and them was worried about
Why they copy and pasting arcs?
because of the fact that they're a friend of Toriyama.
Right. So it's
Ikimoto
Oda.
and Kishimoto is friends with Toriyama.
So it's Oda is friends with all them niggas.
Even to the fact that Ikimoto's art style.
Now y'all talking.
Yeah, 'cause I ain't
sideways.
never gonna watch it.
Ikimoto is the artist for Boruto. Kishimoto is the creator and the artist for
Oda is the
Boruto.
creator for
Yeah,
Boruto.
over the whole
So
thing.
y'all not just anime lovers, y'all lame.
Lame
I'm
shit
just
get
playing.
pushed.
Lame to get pussy.
Lame to get put. That's what it is. That's okay.
And that's all that matters.
All that matters.
There's two niggas in this world. Niggas who get pussy and Byron.
He was gonna do it to one of them.
Hey, I was really listening.
No, bro, you don't have to take this, okay?
And you know what, kids? You don't want to be Byron.
Absolutely.
Yes, and we back with another episode of the
Woo!
Verbal Vitamin
Vitamin
Podcast.
Podcast.
This is Nigel to my left.
He was gonna think
No,
There we
No
go.
hands.
Just smart.
It's the Honorable this year. This year I'm Lord. It's the Honorable Lord Stokes.
Okay.
This is @_JustLove333, aka Love.
That sounds like a radio host. Okay. It's like, oh.
The quiet storm.
Oh,
Yeah. And I guess my handle is @_coconuts and honey.
Yo, it's Byron Thompson, LLC. It's definitely not Byron Thompson, LLC. Thompson Ethics, LLC. There we go. If you need me, call me at 314-941-4013.
Ladies,
If
get
you
at
need
'em.
me, get at me.
Ladies, get at them.
You gonna get this nigga in trouble.
Oh, and follow my
Oh, he's-
website. I'm sorry. Follow my website's Instagram at lit_soup, SUPE.
And he's just like Snooks, lady. He's on the market.
Oh my gosh. You gotta chill, bro. You have to chill. Literally too soon. You got timestamp because you about to cut this shit out. The fuck?
but she's listening to this shit.
I knew that motherfucker was there. Anyway.
He said he was fixing his car.
I smell the funk.
Shit, knew he was watching.
It's Jason the Prophet.
Shut the fuck up.
All right. So about this damn black pill.
Wait,
No,
we got one more. We got
He
one
cut that
more.
man off.
No, he
He
got
said,
one
"Oh,
more.
my bad."
He's like, I want to
I'm
talk
sorry.
about the vote.
Oh, me.
Do some bullshit.
What's the word, y'all? Back in the building. It's your boy, JB the Prophet. And gonna hand it back off to my man's Mark here.
No offense.
What's up?
I dropped the remote on your name. It was disrespectful. I'm sorry.
It was,
I'm
man.
sorry. I know.
Do it
He can
again,
control
do it
other
again,
things. Don't worry about
No,
it.
they'll hear it. They'll hear it.
Do it again.
2 Chainz.
What's the word, y'all? How y'all doing? It's your boy back in the building, JB the Prophet, all that good
I
shit.
hate when niggas say it's your boy. You not my boy, nigga. I don't know you.
But it could be. You gotta give him a chance. You gotta believe.
Be all serious about
Believe
this
in the
shit.
Only way I'll
Right.
ever come with say it's your boy stuff. Man, I gotta get paid a lot of money to say it's your boy.
It's
No, I ain't gonna get paid that much.
I can make some.
I'm just not that dirty.
$20.
Yeah.
I'm just not that dirty.
It's a mind.
In a minute.
It's your
How
boy.
much?
Oh, you
$10 gonna
It's
right in
your
the
boy.
tank. It's your boy.
And rappers always do that.
Grabbing the lonely nigga.
Rappers
get
get on the
that?
beat.
Nobody
It's your
needs it.
boy. It's your man.
watching that.
Nigga, this was your
That's
first
on the
mixtape.
list.
Real. I
That's why
read the
everybody
manga
thought
before the
that
anime
Melvin
started
was
coming
the-
out.
That
But then I dropped it, but I know everybody
That shit's
hyping
lit.
about this.
That shit lit.
It's
What?
lit.
It's lit.
Oh, yeah,
It's lit.
What's lit?
Big
Kimetsu
is
no
lit.
Yaiba.
It ain't better than Vinland.
What is that?
Probably not.
Vinland
but
He
Saga.
said it ain't better than
Bro,
Bruno.
I just
I
had
don't
to
know
watch
anything about that yet.
Vinland Saga. I had to watch 3 fight scenes early, and I was like, you know what? I'm invested. I'm invested.
No.
I know
I feel like
everything
that's
I
a good
need to know.
recommendation.
My nigga's life is fucked up right now, but we gonna get him
Oh.
through it.
So
My
yeah.
nigga lost his daddy.
On this
Oh,
mic,
what?
My nigga lost his daddy. You know, niggas
What?
niggas with daddy issues get determined.
Wow.
What?
And he had a good daddy too.
Well, Black Pit.
So how's he?
Daddy? Is
His
that a
daddy-
word?
Look at
I almost
you.
got pulled in.
Nigga making up words. What's a daddy?
His daddy had the hardest
You're in a
death.
safe,
hardest
you're in a
thing.
safe
Look,
space now.
look, look.
Okay.
His daddy had the hardest death I've ever seen in anime to this day.
Oh, I'm saying
No
'cause,
bullshit.
Mufasa, but that
I've never
wasn't
seen a
him.
nigga with so much honor die standing straight the fuck up.
Eating a black pill.
My nigga that collapsed. My nigga died straight the fuck up.
So
Are you spoiling right now?
Nah,
yeah, you are.
it's been out for a
Cause
while.
black-
Y'all ain't seen
Nigga,
it.
you
What
just
the
told
fuck
us about it. Get the
It's
fuck
been out
out
for a while, but he just told us about it.
So
Anyway,
if I
so
fuck
why-
a girl and I let y'all fuck her, but I tell y'all how the pussy is before, am I
Yeah, I got a
spoiling the
girlfriend.
pussy?
I ain't doing that shit.
Yes, if he says bad, then I don't think I want any. I'll pass. Yo, no, you.
Damn, Jordan, when you get a girlfriend?
not every time. Not every time.
What
Most
is
of
up
the
with them? What's wrong?
I mean, this is unusual.
What's wrong?
This is unusual.
That is
That's all I
hilarious.
got.
What's
Hey,
right?
we are never doing this on a Friday again. Y'all
I'm
are
saying,
on
what the hell?
wrong. God damn.
Y'all ain't have a good week?
Black.
I mean,
You heard?
right.
That's facts. That is facts.
Damn, is that the standard? I guess so. Yeah.
You know what?
I
Because
at
we
least
could
I'm-
definitely be elsewhere.
Well, I'm alive. Yes, I'm
Yeah.
well.
Look, that was
I ain't out of the trash can, but I'm here.
Well, look at that.
Because you gave me that
Y'all
look
see
like,
that?
nigga.
What's that?
Wait. Ty, you see that? It's a transition. Black pill.
Oh my god. It's just the way he did it.
Black pill.
The black pill.
You don't announce the black
He said, hey, you
pill.
see that? It's a transition. Black pill.
And
trying to
someone
get y'all
fix it
there.
up here.
Sing all the transitions from now
The
on.
black pill.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Look, we ain't gonna look.
Too
Come on, bro.
much R&B. Too much R&B. I like where your head's at though. It's good. It was a good place to start. It's a good place to start. Too much R&B. Okay, let's try
Yeah,
to.
okay, we just don't tone it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Think toothpaste.
Who got an extra
commercial.
damn real?
Colgate.
Can you really be up here?
No, let's talk about this shit, man. This was okay. My thing is,
My legs.
I don't
I
roll.
meant Mark. That's what I meant to say.
Look, legs hurt, dog.
As the audience know, I don't know how to roll.
so what
That's
was
why I
the
have
black
so many
pill?
tools and shit.
Makes sense.
That makes complete sense.
You want to introduce the black pill?
Are we having a red
Yeah.
blue pills?
Hmm?
We doing
Black pill, black pill.
They conduct
Let's
business.
go ahead and take that black pill though.
Cool. So the black pill was about
Oh,
the hip hop panel,
You get us and what it's about. I got the question.
the
I got
Revolt
first
Summit,
question.
and basically the expectation of musicians being leaders. I'm sorry, entertainers being leaders in the black community.
Need more?
And the panel was a shit show. But also the dude who who made the video, why was he expecting to get
It's so
That-
a serious
that-
conversation like that.
from a hip hop convention? And like the goal of it wasn't to be socially conscious; it was to get enough people to buy our tickets.
I guess
Yeah,
because
that's
because
why
they
they
wanna
put
see
every
these people.
category.
So I feel like
I guess because hip hop is becoming the popular thing to be a part of now.
What is? I mean,
Right, but I
it's
feel
been
like
like that for a
everybody.
while though.
For
No.
everybody this time.
No, it has not been like that for a while. It's just been in the last, what is we in 2009 since about 2010. It's been started by 2005, but it's hit heavy 2010.
And
It hit heavy in the Obama era.
And-
Obama
and-
made
Right.
Obama made liking hip hop cool for white people.
For white
That's what I'm
people.
saying. He said it started off. What started in 2009?
Well,
Hip hop becoming
hip-hop
popular
becoming really
culture.
popular.
Oh, okay.
no,
okay.
I disagree though.
Yeah.
2009?
No. I say it
I've definitely
started.
seen a white kid do, hit some Soldier Boy moves.
I'm not
I
saying
feel
that.
like
Soldier Boy came out in
NWA,
2009.
Ice
Was it
Cube.
2009?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nah.
wow.
Damn.
Soldier Boy
As
was
soon
the
as it started
first
killing
internet
white
rapper. He came out 2008, 2009. We always got to give our respect to Lord Soldier.
No,
So
I'm
that's
saying
fact.
I didn't know it was 2009 though. That's
Drake
crazy.
dropped this shit.
Lord Draco.
As a musician, and I haven't seen all of the Revolt podcasts, but I will watch it. But from what I've seen and what we watched, as a musician, I'd have to say, I personally had to delete my music because I want to change the narrative that I've been putting out into the industry as far as music goes. Like, I've freestyled and done that narrative of, fuck the bitches, make the money, drugs and alcohol. I've done
It's
that.
fun, ain't it? I'll tell you
It's,
right
it's
there,
fun.
that
It's
shit
good
is
when
fun.
you're
This nigga,
I miss it.
Right
But
time.
I'm gonna stay.
But realistically, I wasn't happy until I made a song that's dropping next Tuesday called Murphy Canyon, where I actually speak
Shameless
on,
plug,
where I actually speak on realistically how I've grown and how I believe I need to start encouraging others to grow as themselves in order to understand society and what's around us. And I feel if more people started changing their narrative in their music and deleted that bullshit that we all thought was cool, if we deleted our SoundCloud raps and actually sat down and wrote that poetry that is embedded in our nature to educate our brethren,
Let's make quality cool.
if we actually made that,
Well, that's a great
if we were actually to sit there and Biggie this shit, Tupac this shit, really put that 90s
Kevin Gates
narrative
this shit.
back into hip
Don't
hop,
get me started. Yeah.
if we put that
I was
90s
just
narrative
playing.
I
back,
don't know, man.
makes
Biggie
sense.
I was just playing about Kevin
Biggie
Gates.
said,
But
I
I fuck
fuck
with his
Luke
music.
Paul
I fuck with
before I
his
fuck one of them escape bitches.
Wow.
Look,
Biggie
every
also
nigga
said
said some.
she looked so good, I'll suck Kadetti's dick.
Whoa!
That he did.
He did say
That's crazy.
No, he
That's-
that's a real.
Look, man.
However,
Right, but you
However.
wouldn't get on a show like
feel
that.
you.
I feel like
I
the whole
wouldn't
purpose
do
of
that in the national narrative.
Okay.
My thing is, I'm deleting my music and my old stamp on what I put out because I believe that is not the type of narrative that is for what I want to put out into the universe. What I want people to make a positive change in themselves. Why would I put out stuff?
You said I ain't trying to get canceled in this motherfucker.
It ain't even that. It's just like, it's more of, I'm sick and tired of everybody hearing about getting a drink at a club, but not hearing about what we can do to make a change within our own households.
So where her passion lays, her
It's
art
within
is
my
created.
heart.
Right.
My passion lays within my heart for humanity.
But do you demonize and like critique people who don't
Fuck
prescribe
no.
that?
Hell no.
I feel like that's what he was doing.
Different strokes,
Yeah.
different
I
folks.
feel like he doesn't realize that like I'm not that fucking person to have that conversation that you want me to have.
Exactly.
There are scholars, but motherfucker, you at a hip hop convention.
Right.
What you want? Nigga, I'm T.I. That's not what I do. That's not what I do.
not what I
So
do.
yes, he's
But
I said, nigga, you have
you
just
send me your SoundCloud though.
that was he was like hop on
That
my
was opportunity. He
Instagram.
said, I got a chance to talk out of all these people.
Yeah,
He even had a
I'm trying to plug
podcast.
myself.
He had a podcast, had one episode that was in the top 10 best podcasts.
that's because it was T.I.
Yeah.
That pissed me off. This
His
nigga got
name?
one episode.
That's because that's
One
because
fucking
it's
episode
T.I.
he done made it down there.
and because of how he speaks.
How many episodes we got?
Because, however, T.I.
He know where he is.
T.I. is an idiot who knows big words.
Yes.
Let's be completely honest.
Nigga, I'll pack it.
You know you gotta think about the ramifications. Nigga, spell it.
Right.
T.I.
playing
let's be devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
You can obviously tell T.I. has read a dictionary.
Yeah.
Shit, so has Eminem.
He's not illiterate.
So has Eminem.
But here's the thing, though, man. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
I don't think
I'm
T.I.'s
saying,
lane
that
is...
was a recruitment event.
It's the thing that...
Which is why Candace...
For real time, for the listeners, I am going to tag the video we're talking about in the doobly-doo.
Do not worry.
Of course, they kept cutting her off. Where am I trying to hear that? She had a hip-hop convention.
But yeah, right, but a lot of
Shut up, man. Shut up.
I guess
Be quiet.
when it comes to Candace, why invite me on your on this panel?
She
You're not
needed
gonna
a
listen.
check, too. Stop playing with these people's money. Stop trying to let people come on. They trying to get they can afford to think about morals and shit all the time. Look, you trying to get me on this motherfucking
So
panel?
basically,
Can I get my name out there
my next question for you
and
is...
use my image?
My next question for you is, how much for your morals? Personally, you, Mark.
That depends on how much the bills cost and how much I can afford to do what I want to do.
Nigel?
If I'm living the life I want to live, fuck it. I mean, look, I'm good with this. That's fine. I don't need you judging me. That's fine. I'm going to make the moves that I think are best for me and stop coming out of my fucking bag. I'm just using my image like everybody else.
I figured it out.
What the fuck do you want from me?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, damn, she living her fucking life. You don't have to agree with her, but don't, she doesn't owe us anything. She does not owe us. And, cool, I know I'm out here, I'm famous and shit, but cool, all this shit y'all talking, that's fine, everything, but I'm not that person.
Yeah. Everyone's in their own journey.
You can go to Harvard.
And once you learn to respect everyone for who they are and what they speak on, what they believe, and you just respect their views, respect their perspectives and their space. Because a lot of people out here just don't know how to respect people's spaces to begin with. So when you can't respect boundaries, that's when you learn you have a problem within yourself. Like, whoa, I can't even respect another person's boundaries. How can I learn to respect their views, their ideals, their lifestyles, them as a human being?
How would you know someone's boundaries?
I don't give a shit.
If you don't have the conversation, if you don't communicate, you're not going to know to respect anything. Because you won't know anything for them.
Communicate and
so
you can all
society.
But I think he's saying how would you know if the boundaries exist? Like, how do you?
Yeah, how do you?
And
you gotta get checked.
Everyone has, and that's really what it is.
But technically, you don't. And let me tell. I feel
if you don't see him,
I feel like technically, if everything starts with self, right? If we really break it down, right? If you naturally, put up boundaries for yourself, you're gonna naturally put up boundaries for other people. If you don't naturally put up boundaries for yourself, you're obviously not going to be natural with putting up boundaries for other people. You know what I'm saying?
It's the parents' fault.
Real life, really. But
it starts
with
how can you say their way of life
it boils
is wrong?
Back down to self.
Just because they have the boundaries are a little further than others.
Yeah, I'm not saying their way of life is wrong. I'm saying you have to respect other people's values and their ways of life and their journeys and the way they walk.
Why?
Because, honestly, for you to carry yourself as a person, if you want somebody to treat you with respect, shouldn't you treat with them?
It's that same.
It's
that same as calling a trans.
That clashes with my
But it's
woman.
different when you agree to.
Yes.
Because they want to
what I
be
believe.
Call a woman. It's just having that respect to say, okay, you believe you're a woman. You believe you're a man.
What it really comes down
You
to is
believe.
why do you?
I can choose.
But
I can choose to not give a fuck about.
Look,
right, but that's the thing. Right there.
I know my crowd.
Right.
If you're a man dressed as a woman and you want to be addressed as a woman, I can't. I know you're not a woman, so it's going to make things awkward when I do address you that way, and I can't do that. So
Does it
Right,
make
exactly.
for
why?
you, right? But because you feel uncomfortable, should you then not respect them as...
It's like
Right.
this, and this is how I see it. They're sitting there and lying
There's
to
a
you
thin
right there,
line.
and you're just comfortable.
Because sometimes respecting other people is actually causing disrespect to yourself.
Right.
I think people don't
But if you have to say no to yourself, you know that's where you should stop right there. Like you shouldn't.
If you make it a point to be addressed as that is my issue.
Or just as we.
I cannot sit here and be comfortable with your own beliefs. That's not what I believe.
I think it's
I believe you're a male because you have a male body part.
Right, but people
I
don't
cannot
respect
see
the
that.
process, though.
I think it's more than that.
Wait.
Right.
So here's the thing. simply by them believing and choosing to behave that way.
Yeah.
Right.
That there is substance and validity in that because it is
What
it
they
is
chose to
something
do.
they do. It's something
Yes.
they do.
It is a
So
part of who they are.
so that process is something different than the process that you as a cis male goes through, that a cis woman goes through. So
Hold on, real quick. Where your kids at?
They at home.
Why you babysitting?
What?
Damn.
The funny thing is, I'm hitting it.
No, you wasn't.
Yes, I.
I sat here and watched it for 5
Mark
minutes.
was
bro.
talking. I just blew smoke.
I watched it for 5 minutes.
It
bro.
got so serious. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
I'm hitting it. I just blew smoke on my mouth. I'm not even the one talking. He's talking. I'm smoking.
No, I just feel
And
like
it's going this way anyway.
there's validity in the like psychological manifestation of like those actions, right? What they're doing is valid, and I feel like all like people on the outside don't see that process. They just think you just want to be a woman, but it's that thinking that is the important part. That is something that they are like wired. You know how
They
you think
genuinely
like,
believe it. Just like you genuinely don't
basically-
believe it, they
like
genuinely
that is
believe
their
that.
frame of
And
reference.
they
It's
need you
not
to
like
genuinely
a
believe it.
conscious
Yes.
choice.
Not
And I get
necessarily
what
food.
you're
They
saying.
need,
So
they,
And
all
I get what
they-
you're saying.
they don't
that-
need you to believe it. They don't need you to agree. They need
They
you to
just
just
need you to
respect the fact
rec-
that that's who they are.
Yep.
If you can't just
I-
accept, like,
So
I
at
feel
what
like,
point
you know-
do you feel like you're being affected by it?
right.
It's not that I'm being affected by it. It's just my comfortability of knowing what it is and what
Right.
it's not.
Okay, so it's just the presence.
But
Yeah. Now, if you,
What if
now,
you're
my
wrong?
whole thing about it is making it a point of being addressed as
what
that.
if you're wrong?
Now, if I'm wrong with what?
What if you're a man of science like I am?
Right.
Scientifically,
Actually, I just got what you meant.
scientifically
Yes, sir.
speaking, we're wrong.
About
They're
Oh,
right in the sense.
about
It depends on which way you want to approach this. If you want to approach this the academic science level, things are being changed to make it to where the way the transgenders are framing things is the right way.
like
So
like what are you referring to?
basically, that there are more than one gender. You can pick your your gender identity. You can be gender fluid.
because the thing is, it's not picking. It's choosing to openly express how you naturally think.
are.
Yes.
Your
Period.
natural
It's not a
proclivities.
decision,
Like,
like, you
it's
made.
Now,
it's
hold on, wait,
being able to
wait.
choose.
It's
Now,
hormonal.
this is wait, because I got you.
It's
However,
hormonal. That's the
at the
basic.
same time, this is seen by a push as a pseudoscience, like people who believe that astrology is a thing, people who believe that you can actually detox your body. Pseudoscience.
What's
Shit.
What is your beef with astrology?
Hmm?
What is your beef?
It's not grounded in science. There is no
It's
science.
not grounded in modern science.
I'll show you my screenshot list right now. I'll show you my screenshot list right now. I'll show you.
How do you-
Don't fuck with me.
Okay,
What's happening?
serious
Because
question.
one,
How do you wait?
How
How
do
do
you
you
have
account?
any knowledge of a natal
You
chart?
can't deny this shit.
Wait.
You can.
How do
You
you
can't.
account
You can.
for?
The
You can deny
rational mind can blow away all of this shit.
You can't, but you can't trust the religions. You can't trust the politics, really. I mean, you can, but you really can't.
No.
You can't trust. Hold up. You can't trust the foods. You can't trust the scientists half the time because they're.
I'm not dismissing it.
So-
All I want to know is how do you
How-
account for the fact that the constellations were in different positions than when
When certain
these
things
started out?
happen. It's still
I'm not
numbers.
denying it.
How
I'm
can you
ask-
account
I'm asking
that
how
the
do you
universe
account
is
for
still
that?
expanding? So that means
Observation.
how
What
the
is
fuck do
expanding?
you know?
What is expanding it? What is expanding
Knowledge.
it?
It's a mix of all three. But
So,
it still boils down to numbers.
I think it's more of a question of once people know what characteristics their sign has, they start to inhibit
It's not a
Hold on.
characteristic.
People
What side
really
are we talking
believe.
about?
People
Are we
really
talking
believe
about
that
a
because
birth
you
chart? We're talking
born
about this
July
thing.
We're talking about
13th,
astrology.
If you want to get into natal charts,
you a
you
Cancer.
actually even know about it.
and today
Okay,
they
what's
say
the
that cancer's gonna get $1,000, you gonna get $1,000.
That's
Okay.
not the point. See, you missed
What's
the
a
whole
natal
point.
star?
A natal,
Exactly.
a natal chart.
Chart.
Yes,
What's
birth
that?
chart.
So what is
Oh,
your
okay.
sun and moon in right
Please,
now?
will you please explain?
What? No, your
Mercury's
son's
always
fine.
in retrograde.
Yeah.
That's how it spins naturally.
Yeah.
But do you know what
Are you
that
asking
means?
what my
Africa's in retrograde right now. You know that?
Damn. Everybody's gone.
Because all it
Africa's in
is just
retrograde right
science.
now.
All it is just mystified numerology.
Man,
if you
I
break it
wouldn't
down.
be surprised though, man. Truth is stranger than fiction.
Exactly.
Who knows how this shit works? There are chemical combinations happening
Because people just don't
across
want to
the
admit they don't
universe.
know.
Like
You
it's
just don't know.
completely
It's
fucking
easy
off
to
from how
know.
we experience
No,
it.
because you don't. You didn't
that
know
you are connected
literally
to 7 other people that
three
have
things
an
I just
identical
asked you to.
What you
live
asked?
stream as
you can know about a natal chart.
right now.
A nail.
What do you
They
mean,
told
and how can I
charts.
find out more?
The astrological chart.
I mean, I kind of
Yes.
believe it.
Like you have the
You
same
understand
face, same
planets,
body, same
houses,
structure.
all how
and
they, all
you
could
think
have-
there's a limit to how DNA?
To the basic level, yes.
You think
Okay.
DNA is a pattern?
then
Do you think
you are
DNA is a
in-
pattern that's
no.
repeated?
And
So
DNA
You
is a
think so?
pattern
I
that
mean,
is
it's break it
Hold on,
down.
hold on. Too many conversations. Let them go first.
Right.
DNA is a pattern that is definitely
to
stripped
be.
over time, just like coding for computers. We were the original coding. Now,
Exactly.
as far as DNA goes, there are people right now that walk this earth at the same timeline as you. Seven that walk the same timeline
Have you
as
seen the
you.
show Sense8?
My
Yes.
favorite
Is it
show
like
ever
that?
in life.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, cool.
Now, the
Wait,
theory
wait,
of
what
you
the-
guys
That's all they
living
like birthdays?
identically in that life,
Yeah,
that I don't know all about, but I do know that you guys, some of them, even have the same faces and same bodies.
I
and
wouldn't be
same
surprised.
That's why
Energy's
people,
a
that's
fucking
why people
thing.
look almost identical, like identical twins that aren't like even related. There's
Energy
people out there that look
is-
like it's
Just
creepy.
like you.
I
Yeah.
believe it.
Yeah.
You
There's
know what?
7 people out there in this world right now that look exactly like you.
Can't
right
believe
now.
it.
I
so
can.
crazy.
And
I
then
do
the
not.
astrology,
Vic got really
it
close.
coincides with too
Vic
much
got
shit
really
being
close.
You and Vic actually do not look shit alike.
You really don't. Who told
You gotta
that?
like.
Come on,
It was
Vic,
just that.
when
It
did you
was
get
just
here?
the outfit.
I did
Twin
because of body type
twin
skin.
thing. We
I did
just
body
dressed
type,
alike,
skin
that's all.
color, beard style. That's really
They
it.
had the same outfit.
Humans
Yeah.
a lot of
That's what
times.
They were dressed
Try
the
to-
same, had the same kind
Humans
of
are
glasses,
patchy and shitty, basically.
same
I just
beard.
laughed. I laughed before he said that. Okay.
I said all the time, y'all-
Patchy and shit.
y'all got shitty beards.
Yeah.
Me and Marco are the only
Hey,
ones
mine
with
is
decent
not
beards.
that bad.
I just want to say I
Mine's
never
not
And
bad.
Mark
ever
would be
been
better if he
included
lined
in
himself
this
up more.
category ever in my
Hey.
fucking life.
You
So,
just got this
it feels
perfect.
good.
Yeah, you
ass
got, you
like
definitely got
beard
full
and
beard. I
everything.
get
Not
it.
gonna lie.
How many
Y'all
years
got,
is it over
y'all
there?
got full beard.
Alright.
You
I
said
still
what?
got
Beard.
growing. You know,
That feels
I gotta
good.
eat some more.
My
I gotta
beard
let some of
dope
that
as
pussy juice get
It
over
ain't
here.
going. It ain't coming
I gotta
in.
let some of that pussy juice
You gonna
over
still
there.
have
That's
that
what it is.
ugly ass mustache.
It's been spreading over
And
here.
your
You
shit
know
ain't
what
gonna
I'm
never
saying?
fully
It
connect.
works for
I gotta
you.
get in
Hey,
there like
hang
this.
in
This works for
there.
me.
It'll be okay.
Mom, just shut up. It looks
Hey.
nice.
Quit it.
No, I'm just
Shut up.
saying.
And you
I
can
never
be like
thought I
the
would be in
regular
this
niggas who
category.
And
don't
that
know where
works
your
for
neck
you.
starts.
So good shit.
I don't even.
Your neck. When you actually have a. That's why I told you grow it right here. You supposed to.
What if I can't, nigga?
You
Like he
can.
said, all I'm doing is
You can see the
Look,
shadow.
around
Around
my
with the
face.
sides. Why are we talking about this?
Right.
Can we continue?
Eat more ass.
Weren't we talking about the black
Eat more
man? What
ass.
happened?
Eat more
What is
ass.
wrong with
You
you?
got
What
way
happened to
more.
reparations?
You got way more free
See
time.
how
than
long
ass.
I just blocked that bullshit?
What does beards have to do with reparations?
I'm over here like, okay, so are we gonna?
Anyways,
Yeah.
And the other thing, though,
if you're made atomically of celestial bodies, and astrology is being akin to celestial bodies of the universe, planets, and all that shit, why would that not make sense? Because all it is.
You absolutely think that the position of Jupiter right now has any kind of inclinations on your happiness, your mood, any
Yes,
of that?
every
But why-
molecule
why
has
not?
every kind of inclination.
So why
on it.
not?
that's the question
Let
to
me tell
answer.
you,
Wait a
the
minute.
power
No, I'm
of-
serious.
the
Why
I'm
not?
serious.
of
You tell me. Hold on.
butterflies and
Tell me
fucking-
no.
Why
Tell me
not?
why not. Tell me a valid reason as to why not, and have facts behind it, please. Tell me why not. Why not?
How could it?
Why not?
That's
It was-
not us. No,
But that's
I'm
not
not-
that's
I'm
not
literally
the
just
job.
trying to
Yeah,
answer.
that's
Wait,
not
we're
their
not-
job.
no, no,
It's
no,
your
no.
job to
But that's
convince
true.
us of
That is-
why.
Exactly.
Wait
The
a minute.
birth of the burden of proof is on you guys to prove that
But
it
they don't-
actually.
But we don't.
that there
But
is-
if it's a belief system or whatever you want to call it, if we're really honestly, why would we have to convince you?
But even
That's-
that
it's
was
a
That's
belief.
how the burden of
even
proof
like
goes.
astrology,
For you
like
to make
the
a
Bible.
claim, for you to
So
make a
you're
claim,
okay.
I'm refusing
Sorry.
any claim you're
No.
making. That's why I don't have to
Right.
prove anything. But for you to make a claim, you have to have evidence behind it.
And that
The
right
burden
there.
of proof is on the person who makes the claim.
That right there. A belief system is what?
That's why I like
Something
let me
recognized by
finish.
multiple
Let me
people.
finish. Let me finish. That's why I like arguing with Christians, due to the fact that my 441 thing is Prove something. Prove a miracle. Prove anything. Just give me some
Christians
actual
get it
proof.
wrong because they're not even decoding their own book correctly. They're just taking it for the fairy tale. Just like astrology is a thing
all
to
of
be
that boils
decoded.
down to the
I will
same
say
It can be
this.
broken down to
I
a
will say
science.
this. I will say this, and this is coming from somebody who has read the Bible cover to cover twice now. Christians do not read it.
Yeah, I know that.
They don't.
They
They
don't
do
read
not
I don't
read
think
it.
they read
They
it
don't
as
read
a
it at
whole.
all.
Yes.
They don't.
Yes.
They don't read it as a whole.
They
They
take
read it
bits and
as sections.
pieces, Yeah.
Cannot
They
And if
take
you- if you
verse
go to
by
the
verse
same church,
and make a
If you
meaning
go
of
to the
just
same
that.
church, a
Yes.
pastor will probably take that same section 10 times over 5 years
Yeah.
and dish it to you 4 different ways.
Yep.
Nice.
I know that because of the fact that my grandfather was a pastor. He gave the same Martin Luther King fucking sermon
It's the same
every
tactics.
fucking January.
But why do miracles
Just
have to
changed
be
up
magical,
certain words
though?
like
Right.
nigga.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
That's
what I'm
it.
saying.
At certain points,
What do you-
at certain times, when you understand timing and positions,
Can create a miracle. Like,
Right.
It can happen very physically.
this
and, like,
is
within the
how
bounds
this is
of,
how
like,
numerology
reality.
is
It's
working.
not like.
This is how astrology
I'm
is
sorry,
working.
hold on. I yield to Byron
Oh yeah.
because he
But
even had
this-
something to say
yeah.
for that 20
That's
minutes.
like your Fury attack.
He is gonna. Okay, go ahead.
Like you said that other day, and I liked it when you said it. That's why I keep referring back to it. Truth is stranger than fiction, right?
That's why I like Harry Potter.
Right. So here, and this is another point I want to make. Number 2, these are two opposite sides of investments. You invest your time into numbers and logic. We invest our time into
Bullshit.
Also numbers and logic.
Really?
Because
It still
Oh,
boils
I'm
down
sorry.
to numbers and logic.
I'm
It does.
sorry. I'm sorry.
But
You
let me-
expected
let
me
me-
to respect people's belief. I don't do that.
Shut
I
the
call
fuck
out.
out.
No, I call out bullshit when I think it's bullshit.
That's
And
fine.
that shit is
But
believing
only
that.
with
Only I
with
wasn't
certain
even
Because
done.
hey, prove it. Prove it.
Only with certain
I'm
things.
trying to.
Prove- okay.
You gotta let me
But the
finish.
question is, why does he have to prove it to you?
That's true
Because
too.
the burden of proof
God
is
damn
on
it,
the
that's
people
all a
who
part
make
of
the
it.
claims.
We're having a discussion.
Just give me a second.
That's
Hold
why
on.
you gotta prove it. Because
Please
the
let me
burden of
finish my
proof is on the
point.
person who
I'm
makes
so
the
hard.
claim.
Absence
We
of
understand.
evidence is not the evidence of
He
absence.
wasn't done.
Goodness gracious.
So you
Goodness.
call bullshit too.
Okay, y'all let Ty do this. Y'all letting him do this. But look, here's the thing. See, this is what I was afraid was gonna happen. Anyway, numbers is what you study.
Mhm.
So if we have a belief system, right? In order to give it a name, there has to be enough people under it. It has to be popular. What's popularity? Numbers. If somebody has 13 million views, a lot of people have seen it and can relate to that one thing, correct?
That ain't
Number-
my opinion. That's
Hey.
me pouring a drink.
Numbers, right? So what if 18 million people in this country discovered the same shit and talked about it?
There's actually
What is how does your belief work?
there's a
How
paradox.
does Christianity work?
There's
How
a
does,
there's a
Because
paradox.
I mean,
behind
hey,
that.
it's
'cause
a lot of
whatever
things.
religions are
paradox.
surely
It's a
making a
thing.
physical effect on the world.
And
That is a fact.
I want to make one more point after that.
Well, yeah,
They
religions
are-
are making a big effect on
Wait.
the world because people don't want to study science.
Wait,
But here,
hold on,
sorry.
hold on, wait.
Go ahead.
Wait. At the end of it, it really doesn't matter. You know why? Because if this is popular, that's fine. But just because this one person thinks this one way and this one thing and hasn't really related to other people does not mean that that's not fine. You see what I'm saying?
Where did all these beliefs come from? I mean, how
So,
do you even
Just
one-
people
how do you-
being people.
I think
No,
it's
So
just,
we
I
have
think it's
to
just
accept,
multiple
these-
we have to accept
understandings of
everybody. We
life.
are all our own person.
That's
So,
what I believe it
You
is.
know, how
Multiple
you set
understandings of life.
subjects on to like. Have
So, what are you guys' ending statements on this?
Hmm?
What are your ending statements?
My
on this?
ending statement
Mhm.
on all of this, right, is that it don't matter at the end of the day.
I'll be honest.
Even better.
Say all that to say nothing matters.
That's so funny.
Oh no, I'm gonna call something real quick. So, ending statement.
Yeah, man. Just
I'm dead.
open your mind. Yeah, man. Just
Third eye type shit.
Yeah.
It's real.
You believe in the third? Okay. My ending statement is that you guys believe in pseudoscience bullshit.
Okay, hold on. Let me say something when you're done.
Yeah, wait, cause
Yeah, hold on.
hold on.
So,
Oh, she raised her hand first.
Oh, go ahead.
You gotta respect the hand raise.
Yeah, I just didn't want to close
I
the
know you ain't
topic.
been to school in a while, but you gotta respect.
Close the topic on some bullshit, right?
What'd you say?
I left you at the door.
Yes, ma'am.
So basically, I believe in what I've come to understand throughout my walk in life, what I've learned. Presently, from just gathered information, I've learned that like the makeup of life itself is all numbers. It's all math. It's all science, geometry.
It didn't come from nowhere.
Very easily. And it didn't come from just anywhere. It actually came from stars and the maps of the universe. It came from looking at what was beyond us.
What happened?
That's
And
what
it's
science is,
understanding.
observing the natural
It,
universe.
What
it literally
happens at
is
what time?
understanding the makeup of a tree, the makeup of a
Wall.
building, the makeup of walls, the makeup of, like, literally, there are people who can look at trees and look at the sky and see dimensions pixelated and can count out the particles that make up those things.
Everybody looks
And
at the TV
those
like,
people were people who were scientists, philosophers, people who made geometry, people who actually wrote it down and can calculate,
Numbers.
okay, this is what makes this. People who have broken it down to pi, people who have broken it down to literally the makeup of a leaf can be 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. The angel numbers, the ratios within the constellations. The ratios within the constellations are angel numbers, which map out your journey within your
'Cause it's
life.
present at different
Spiritually,
levels within our
physically,
world.
and in a form of every object that is made within this earth. You can
Yeah.
Study
literally
the
break
laws of the
down
universe.
this
you can break
couch
anything
to
you see or
particles,
think of.
scientifically.
Sequence.
And if you
I
don't
think
believe
it's
that,
pseudoscience bullshit.
no. If you do not believe what I am saying, you can go look it up, and science will prove it
And
to
all
you.
you
But
go
also,
off
wait,
of is logic.
so-
I've done the research on it.
Wait,
That's
wait,
the
wait,
thing.
wait.
How?
I think the question
this
you're
year.
trying to answer. Hold on, wait. I think the question
Yeah,
you're
but
trying to
that's
answer
facts.
is how are these beliefs impacting like us? Prove me that this idea is real.
It's set
And I
people
feel like
fucking
wait.
free.
But
I think you're looking at it.
I think
Hold on,
you guys
let
are
me-
looking at like
Let me
zodiacs
get-
Hold on.
as an
Let him
ideal.
finish.
I think you're looking at it from the wrong standpoint
Me?
because, yeah,
Oh.
because look,
What you think?
Oh,
God, he may not be a magical being, but it's the idea. So you look how people congregate and the social influence that they have in all these different parts of like, if the standard is like for somebody being influential, it is how many lives do you affect, right? That's the standard. So what is undeniable is that these religions have social impact.
I'm saying.
So behind that idea,
And what's
so
social
if you
impact
look
nowadays?
at
Views.
views,
likes.
well, it manifests differently because they go
Exactly.
to buildings on Sundays,
Exactly.
like
Right.
they devote their
But that's the
time.
whole
So
point.
like there are
Social
people
media gives you
behind that belief. That's the empirical like number that you're looking for. That's the social influence that religion, while it may not be a mystical like being up in the sky, that idea has power because
Oh no, that's no.
I feel like
You missed the point.
Yes.
Yeah, he did. He did.
no, I'm saying that's
No,
what
no. Because one of my core
Whoa.
beliefs, one of my hold on,
Let
one
him
of,
finish.
one of my core beliefs as an atheist is, to be honest, we need all of this kind of shit because not everybody's supposed to be able to think on their own. I wholeheartedly believe
That's why I
that
accept people
to the day I
for
die.
whatever they
Not
believe.
everybody's.
I don't fuck everybody just playing.
Not everybody's supposed to be able to think on their own.
Thank you,
So
that's good.
people who
That's
blindly
I mean,
believe in religious
We're
shit
all here for something. We're all here for either the,
Astrology.
don't believe that either.
We are.
Just because your parents had
into it.
sex and one of them niggas flipped up does not mean you're supposed to be here.
I'm not saying we're supposed to.
I
be
think
here.
it's
We
like-
are
It
here
does
for
because if that person
something.
becomes a president and influences 3 million
That's-
people,
No,
whatever.
You know how many niggas became captain?
Everybody serves a purpose in each other's lives.
Everybody
That's true,
does.
but I think he's
That's
saying
what
you
I'm
just
saying.
show the fuck up and go.
Well,
with what you
yeah.
got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Literally,
yeah, that's
life
not a lie,
is
but,
you show up, you show out.
and you wing it.
Hey, low key, I legitimately
But
think there's so
honestly,
many
that's why I
people who
said
just
nothing
show up
matters.
to work
You
and
show
they
up
don't know
and
what.
you show out. That's
They
literally
either
life.
like, look, I don't give a
That's
fuck.
show up
They
to the
don't know
playground.
I
nothing.
see what he's
There's
saying.
Yeah,
people on a
everybody
daily
else.
basis
You
that
be
wake
a
up
just
and their
wing
body
it.
like.
You beat a bunch of people on a
There are
cellular
people
level.
who
That sounds like solid.
One of my favorite quotes
Whoever does
goes,
the rose,
I'm
and
going to
one of the
misphrase it, but it's something along the lines of quiet women barely make history. Quiet men do too. Barely make history. You have to show up and you show out. Nobody's
Yeah,
put here
but-
for a purpose.
That doesn't
When you
mean-
show
That's
out, you
Marilyn
make your
Monroe.
purpose.
That quote, right?
Probably she was a hoe.
Yeah.
She was.
But I feel like most people
Happy
are trying to make history though.
Miss
President.
Bitch, my
Because my
family's
family's here.
Bitch, my family's here. Stop playing.
But most people out here are like they don't have the luxury to try to become historical. Like they don't have the luxury to be out here trying. I'm gonna be a figure in history, bitch. I'm trying to eat. I'm trying not to like be homeless, or I am homeless and I'm still trying to fucking eat. So I feel like people don't have like. I feel like that's a very elitist like way to look at how we're living, because there's people who don't get the luxury to think about that shit of like I want to be historical. They would love to show up and show out, but
Not everybody is.
They can't get
But
documented.
that goes to more than that we don't have a purpose. What is your purpose?
Hey,
to
I
be poor?
agree.
Your purpose is to be poor. Your purpose was to be
That's fucked up.
Think about it. No, your purpose.
Motivation
Your
for
purpose.
somebody else.
No,
to
no,
purpose
no,
is help a lot of people.
no, because it gets grim.
hurt.
It gets
Sometimes
grim.
it does.
Your
You
purpose
were
was to be cannon fodder.
Yin and yang.
The
You know
point-
what I'm saying?
Your
It's a
purpose is to be
balance.
some child in some Jones strike
There
that gets
have to be
killed.
people like that, so there can be
It
the
does
exact
not.
opposite.
It does not.
It
Hold
literally
on.
works
It
like
does
hold
not.
on.
That is not how the
Wait.
universe works.
But like, okay.
Hold on.
Just, like,
That's not the point because
okay, please. You're saying what I'm about to say, please.
Jordan got the mark of Buddha in his forehead, so he thinks he know everything.
I think I know you.
Go.
But the point, okay, you say the black man is God. I see you say that.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Do you know why?
You're the God because she's God.
Because
God,
of selective breeding
No,
and melanin.
Well, that's not even the point I'm getting to. But
I'm a god because white men have tried to impose their god on my people.
I get that. That's also true.
But that's also a belief. Like
That's-
So it's like if you
That's
want
a
me
bit
to
intangible
believe,
to
if you want me to believe in your white Jesus, why can't I believe in my black ass self?
you could.
That's the
You
point.
could.
That's okay.
But do you believe
literally
in them in the
just
same?
comes
That's
down
what-
to
that's the point.
choice.
My belief.
Yeah, we fighting
I was
on
trying-
the battle of agreements.
Right. Okay.
Well, I guess because
Isn't that
I've,
what the
Yeah.
world is? Shit.
I've
He's
had
agreeing with that.
I've had my not believing, me being an atheist, with me having my special beliefs of a God. When I say God for anything, I literally believe when people pray, they pray up to God to answer their prayers. I believe once you start answering your own prayers, you're your own God. Pray to your damn self. Solve
Yes,
any
that's all I'm
problems
doing
you have.
anyway.
And I can relate to that. I can
Yes, I
relate to
agree
that.
to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I think
once you
everybody
start,
does.
once you start
Every time.
answering your own
I'm
prayers,
okay.
you're your own God. Because who the fuck you praying to? Your damn self.
That's
Yeah,
what all
but-
they're
but-
doing
but-
anyway.
Yeah, but
It's
some
for-
people still
There's
need
still
something
argument
to follow.
against
Some
it.
people
No,
have a
no,
way
wait,
of life.
wait.
Yeah,
Wait.
you have to
But
accept
he
that.
didn't- he didn't finish.
The
But
same
that's
way
not
you
even
accept the
finished.
gender, you have to accept
But
the
hold on,
woman.
hold on.
Just leave it alone.
One thing
Does it-
that
does
you're
it-
overlooking though is there are some things that we just can't fucking do. There's shit that we just cannot
Hold
fucking do.
on.
We're
I didn't
human.
even get to make
But-
my whole
Go.
Sorry.
Make your
This
point,
is how I
Buddha.
was feeling for a long time. I feel you, but
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah, man.
He was like this.
Okay. But even
Okay, you must put him down.
yeah, but that's true to a sense because I mean you're here. You pop up in this vessel and now you're here. So this is not you I'm talking to, Ty, because through life you now grown attachments and experiences to this thing you label Tyree. Goddamn you. But you are the seed of the universe at the zero point. So the point of even having people with all these different experiences is for it to experience itself from a different position. So it's not even no real this is correct or this is right or this is wrong. It's just a different position. It's like chess pieces. So even the very desire of humanity throughout decades upon decades upon decades and shit to try and understand God and understand science, which is just another language of understanding God.
What else, goddamn one-header?
What happened?
I'm looking for the one-header.
I thought you were saying next door.
We were like, what?
That desire. Wait, hold on. That
I
desire.
can't go deaf. Niggas not gonna understand me.
Huh? Finish. Yeah, that desire for humanity to even question those things, to even go to lengths and break those things down and to observe them, comes from the universe's natural desire to want to understand its own self. Because it wants to do that. It wants to experience life for some odd reason. It just wants to live. We just got into this big old accident. So
This is cool.
Why are you ad-libbing?
This shit is
okay,
hilarious.
so I'm not okay.
No, this nigga's over here ad-libbing.
It really is.
It's
hilarious.
I was like,
This nigga's over here. I'm just hearing him in the fucking record ad-libbing
Jordan,
like a...
continue.
Yes, but...
Yeah, come on now. Don't let it throw you off.
Because
Right.
I'm right there with you.
Right,
I know exactly what you speak.
right. Because
This is what I was trying to tell y'all. This is how I live
Are you
my
saying
life.
that everyone you experience, you carry with it? You carry
Everybody
with
I
yourself? Or you,
experience, I
yeah,
carry
you
with
carry
myself.
something
there's
from
no way
what
you
you
possibly
experience from.
can.
it's all you.
But no, I'm
It's
saying
all-
that's what y'all
it's
putting
all-
that connection with. That okay.
It's,
I get what you're
it's
saying.
all you because
I get what you're saying.
I know y'all know that
It may
because
not matter,
even
but it's
science
connected.
says
I get what you're saying.
things that cannot are not like magnetically pulled to each other, things that have no magnetism, things that have no correspondence can't exist in the same space. So the fact that we're all existing in the same space means that there is us inside of each other in a sense. So you don't have to think like that, and that's not the point. You're supposed to be at that position. I'm supposed to be at this position. They're supposed to be over there. So whether things are true or not, because like I said, you can't really, what can you actually even trust anymore? Knowing history and shit. Only thing you can trust is yourself.
I feel like that is y'all are saying the same things. It's just a different
different
understanding.
understanding.
That's how I
Science
see
is
it.
spiritual.
why do
Down
we
to the
have
same
to?
Y'all said
Which
the
is
same
why I
thing, just
asked,
different
why do we
understanding.
have
And
to
that's all-
prove it?
Yeah.
That's
Like
exactly
your,
why I asked. But
your
it doesn't
views and his views are the same. It's just understood
Science
differently,
and
and that's why
spirituality
they
are
they
two
that's
different
why they going
languages
against
for
each other.
understanding the same
Because
thing.
it's like I get what you trying to say, but it's not like that because it's like this. And he like, but no, it's like this.
As a
That's
human
really
being-
what this
Yeah,
is.
and I'm right.
It's the
Oh my
same.
goodness.
Y'all saying the same shit.
I'm right.
Just from two
I'm
different
right.
point of view.
Y'all wrong. I'm big.
Which is
y'all
why I
small.
said
And there's nothing you can do
Why do
about
we
it.
have to
There you
prove
go.
it?
Yeah.
Because we're like, why?
Oh, so
Here's the
you
thing,
was
wait.
on our side the whole time, you dick.
Now, proof. As
No.
human beings
People
on this
can
flying rock, and we
prove
only know what we know. I hope for the fucking best. I hope there's somebody up there fucking listening. It's like,
Right.
hey,
But it's
he's
not even
fucking,
about no
you know what I
guys
mean?
and shit,
But
bro.
as far as I know, that's not the case. So I'm still gonna do what the fuck I have to do, and prove me wrong. You know what I mean? I'm not, and it's not our job. It's their job. However it works,
Okay.
I can't do shit. I'm here
But
just
I
like
mean,
y'all.
if we was really as godly as we are, we would just already be at
But
the,
both
we
can
would, it would
exist,
already
though.
be
That's what I'm
simple.
saying. You can't get rid of the people who like don't believe it, and if you
I'm
don't
not-
keep
I
this,
guess
I'm not talking
if they
about
actually just
God,
thought
I'm
about
talking
it.
about
but
If
that's
they
the thing.
actually just thought about it.
But people aren't
Humans
stupid,
have been
though.
around for thousands of years. There has been
Humans aren't
thousands of religions. So you really think this one God trumps all the 300 that
Ain't
has
nobody
came
talking
before
about
him?
God. First of all,
Right.
God is that shit is a German. That shit came out hell's ago, but not even nowhere close to God. That was like
Okay. Basically,
that's some bullshit.
God
What
is
the
a
what
concept.
what this God is,
In which we use to measure.
Great.
Power.
No, damn, I thought you was going to finish the damn John Legend quote. John Lennon quote. God is a concept in which we use to
I forgot
measure
what this
our
motherfucking
pain.
dog does.
Nice. There you go. That wraps it up quite nicely.
That-
Next.
that's a
Because
really
that
good
was
ending.
great.
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
we
That was
weren't
good.
even talking about
John Lennon, my beating
God.
and my niggas.
Right.
the whole thing. We were talking about is the fact that there's that concept of God. There's no point in believing in that because you might as well just believe in yourself because you are the one true God.
Mm-hmm.
You
You're
are
in
the
control
one
of
true
your life. You're in
one
control
and
of what is
alive
going on.
with what is going on with yourself in this universe in this time. That's why when I was explaining to y'all on the last podcast about how I've always lived my life and how Coconuts and Honey knows I live my life, like I will leave every room that I've been in with other people, feeling every single one of those people because I live within myself. It's like I'm already sitting in the room within myself. So basically, I'm taking into account what's going on within myself, but also what's going on within y'all. Like how y'all are doing, what I'm feeling from y'all. And like, I am in tune with those things.
There's power in a human collective.
I think
Like,
because people can
manifest.
It's supposed to be.
And I know
different
because I can
things
do
when
it.
you
whole-
get
That's
into
Because
the
you can throw
sensitivity
off
too.
their vibes,
You know
you
what I'm
can
saying?
actually disguise their vibes willingly. I think that can be dangerous.
But then there's people like me who people can't help but to tell me the truth.
I was
within
gonna say because it really
themselves.
depends on how.
I know how you feel.
Because I don't care who you are. I've never met a person I cannot read before.
Yes, me.
And it's not like,
or
oh,
a
I know who
person
you
who
are and
didn't
how
just
you
open
work.
up to me for no reason at all.
Strangers, and I'm just like, okay, I'm sorry, like I'm sorry.
Or
You do got those vibes.
Because wait a minute. Let's pull this back just a
absolutely
little
do.
bit. I'll give you an example.
I don't go to concerts. I was like, I'm going to that motherfucker. I'm going to that
I
one.
like that one.
And so it's an honest truth. Like once you have an understanding of purpose within yourself, then you can have an understanding of what there is aligned for you and what's
in others.
within others, within you, within all of this universe, and that's
We're all
what
really
exposes
mirrors,
you
we're just
to the understanding
experiences
of
bouncing back and forth.
astrological
Yeah.
boundaries and what is set for you, and constellations in those signs that are beyond just the zodiac, in which everyone knows as their sign.
Political
It's
science
It's within.
I'm supposed to
Your
that,
views
yeah.
It studies
looked
how
at in a
people
simpler
operate.
way.
Exactly.
They're really called the
Okay.
sun.
It's really supposed to be
the
This
moon.
is the
simple,
basic
guys.
way. It's like I understand it fully, and it's this simple.
They're really
And
called.
there's just
it's
like,
deeper
yeah,
than that,
but
though.
listen to
Yeah.
it like this.
But that's the thing though. This
That's how
shit
I
could
see
be
it.
so simple,
That's
but
how I
we
see it.
make this shit complicated.
Right.
But we
Because
gotta
we got
because
brains
we have
and
to
we like
factor
figuring
in so
shit
many
out.
variables
That's
like
what we smart
history
monkeys.
and all that shit. And sorry.
Avril Lavigne said,
Oh my god.
I hate him.
"Why
He
you
was a
gotta
skateboard?
go and make things so complicated?
Facts.
For real though.
I see the way you're acting, and it's really making me frustrated.
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
Okay, now he's just.
He said
No,
you milking.
no."
Why?
What the fuck is this?
I think you skipped the part.
I probably did.
Yeah,
It's
it's
been a
fine.
while.
That's fine.
This been a while.
Had to channel my inner skater girl though. You know what I'm saying?
Dead as hell.
That was my shit.
Look.
Can I fire a cigarette up in this bitch? Fuck.
Josie?
He said, "Fuck it, bro."
And we're off. Cancer slap. Can't have nothing. And on to the blue pill.
Just like that.
Can't have
Wait,
nothing.
so that was the black
Right on the
pill? We
floor.
didn't even talk about
Right.
Man, I still don't know shit about reparations.
I don't. Yeah.
That shit got
Are we
It
getting
got
them?
I will take it as a
But you
tax incentive, and they don't have to write me a check right now.
That's it.
That's all I'm saying.
Shit, just take away all my student loans.
Okay.
Just make my credit score good.
Student loans,
Okay.
and medical bills.
Give me good credit and I'm satisfied.
Do away
You know
with
what I'm saying? They can wait.
Give me good
Because
credit
I'm
and
definitely
good.
ADOS.
Hey, for real.
Definitely.
Reparations. Excuse me.
Definitely.
Y'all
On
too
the
damn
field.
rough. You
Huh?
were definitely in the
You've been
field, my
out in the
nigga.
Fuck yeah.
You've been in
definitely
that field,
fair.
sun up to sundown. Yeah,
Yes, nigga.
I escaped with Harriet.
yeah, use the muscle, my nigga. You like, okay, we gonna get it. He's got the goals.
Oh, nah.
Yeah,
I gotta be the brains of the
Have y'all
operation.
seen Stokes? Oh, he's out in that field again.
That nigga ran.
I could not.
No, he was faithful. He was one of the faithful niggas.
I could not. Even when we
You know these
dark,
niggas planning on running.
my intellect wouldn't let me. I'd be like, Master, so you know I'm the brains of the operation, right? If you put 3 niggas down this road, you can triple.
Oh, you was the house
Yo.
nigga.
You can triple your cotton, right?
How you
Stokes,
think they
where's
got
my
in the
cigars?
house? How you think they got in the house? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I am, master.
Stokes, where my slippers?
He
I
said,
heard
"Yo,
them niggas
Jackson
was
is
planning on
dang
running.
Master, I just had them on. Just keep them warm.
These
for me.
niggas running, boss.
He said, "Man, I
What
just
we
got
gonna
them
do,
all.
boss?
Keeping them on for you."
Who that nigga on that name?
Who is that nigga on that?
I hate you, Django. You black son of a bitch. Boy, you a Samuel.
I hate you, Stokes.
This nigga staying in the big house.
No! Calvin!
They call it the big house because it's
This
big.
is
That's Nigel.
Candyland,
This
nigga!
shit is funny, dog. You gotta
No
chill out.
one's bigger than
You
Candyland.
gotta chill out.
What up?
If you would have chilled a little more, okay, I would have been like, you're right. But they had me laughing way too long. It's your fault.
Oh, my bad.
God.
I was fucking up.
Yeah, you gotta come more, man. Fuck.
That was golden.
I'll be at work though.
That was the original Get Up Boy Scout.
That was funny. Yeah, I'm mad.
Y'all dumb.
My lungs.
You'd have been in the house.
Hold up now.
She wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't be here. I would be
Yeah.
First of all, I'd be a slave in Jamaica or
Making
Puerto
sugar
Rico.
cane.
Okay.
Sugar cane, cotton.
And then revolting.
Sugar,
Yeah.
cotton.
Y'all got us fucked up. Okay, y'all ready to do this shit? Come on.
Hell no.
Come on.
What they gonna do? What they gonna do? Look at them.
They said they can't swim. Come
You know,
on,
that's
we got
funny
this.
though.
We can run for
I
that.
just thought of a really dark joke that ain't funny, but it's funny as hell.
Hey, that's all we been
Maybe
doing.
it's just a
man.
rapey
What
shit,
is it?
cuz
Is it
I
like-
swear.
Jamaicans are really homophobic, right? But Jamaican slaves was down there with the sugar cane, so ain't they sweet?
Oh my God! Shut up, bro. Next.
Yeah.
Next. I'm mad
I
at
like
you.
how you did that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I like how you did that.
To
Dad.
be,
But
to
you
be
could have
totally
delivered it
honest,
better.
I
In
know.
defense,
I was just trying to get all the facts.
Yeah.
in defense of Jamaicans, they were the first ones to truly be enslaved, and
Yeah,
they were the first
islands.
ones to be victims of buck breaking. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
so just
That
put
is-
that
that is
into your mind
embedded
for
in
a
them.
minute.
And
Yeah.
buck break.
Of
And I
course,
found out that was an
they're gonna
actual
be very
thing. Like,
against-
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was
Like,
doing
they
these
were-
things?
That's why, and that's
Yeah.
why.
Huh?
Yeah.
Who was doing these things?
The white men that were enslaving them, they were
They
sodomizing
were
them.
gay on the low.
And they were forcing it to do to each other.
The
Like, it wasn't
Caucasians.
just. It wasn't just.
Y'all, am I wrong for
Yeah, Cubians. They're
I was-
not
Yeah.
Caucasians.
I
They
was
are
at
dark-skinned
Target.
Caucasians.
this? And I went
We
down
have
the
to
aisle.
stop calling
Let me see one.
Caucasians white people.
Caucasus.
Look them up.
I was at
The
Target.
Caucasus Mountains.
Hey,
is
Look,
like-
I was at Target.
Hey,
I had my
Tom.
girl and my 2 kids, and
No, not
I went down
Tom.
the aisle and I said, "Baby, where my daughter?" And the only reason why I
Caucasian
panicked like
is
that
an
because I saw white
ethnicity.
people.
It's not
Oh,
a
yeah.
race.
I'll
You
be
can't
honest
let
with
them.
you. Yeah, I was very afraid. I said, "Baby,
So-
she just got to be in my
That's
eyesight."
Caucasian.
You know what I'm saying? I don't trust these white people.
Basically,
Basically.
White people are not from the Caucasus Mountains.
Oh. Yeah.
when it comes down to that, when they was sodomizing them, that's embedded in the roots of all black people,
Oh, well, okay.
not
That's
just
right.
Jamaicans. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I guess.
Americans went through that too,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why Americans have such a hard time
Keep looking,
accepting
Mark.
when their
You just
kids,
clicked on the first damn
their
picture.
black kids are gay. Like, personally, my mom's homophobic as
But she likes me. Just saying. I love her too.
realistically she is, and for her to have 2 children that are gay, she
Funny
was in
thing is,
complete denial.
science has actually been going about that. Science has actually been finding that one of the things they found is if a mother has 2 boys, the second boy is more likely to be gay due to the way the testosterone is from both our pregnancies. Shit was wild. It's whole studies on this shit now. Shit was wild. However, there's also other studies saying gay people are integral to human evolution. And I wholeheartedly believe that because it makes complete sense, especially if you look at the hunter and gathering stages that humans went through.
Yep.
If we're
I'm
all...
still stuck.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
You said what?
never mind. Go ahead. Continue.
What?
Continue.
What?
You said you stuck on saying the gays were very helpful,
Okay, it's what's
or not very helpful. They were very helpful, but that
What does it have to do with hunting?
they're
gathering?
necessary.
That's a serious question.
What has to do with hunting?
Yeah,
All right,
I
so
don't know.
let's say I am going to use you as a pick, Byron.
Come on. He said, God damn, can we just record?
Again,
Okay, we're in the hunting gathering tribe. There's about 20 of us. 2-3 gay men out of the 20 of us. Let's say we got 8 females. That's already what? 11. And the rest of us are straight men. While we're out hunting, some people need to be around protecting the women and the children that we left behind. Gay men may be gay, but they're not soft. One of the theories is that's what gay men were used for in the hunting gathering stage. To be the home protection while we're out being the
female mentality
field
with
protection.
the man body.
They're not trying to have
check out
kids,
that.
so it's easier to have them
It make sense?
Be there.
I feel it does make sense.
Because it's a power struggle with just straight up testosterone. You put a whole bunch of testosterone.
And it's like-
they gonna want
and it's
power.
like the same behavior. The
Sexual
same,
orientate.
the same behavior has been. I think it was chimpanzees. The same
Wait,
behavior has
so-
been displayed in chimpanzees.
So hold on, wait. What does sexual orientation have to do with someone's physical ability to hunt?
Apparently, a lot.
No.
That come on, nah, you.
No,
Come
I'm not.
Come on, Mr.
You can
Facts. Come on,
learn.
Mr.
Anyone can
Come on,
learn.
Mr.
to
Prove
hunt.
it. Or wait a minute. Come on, back it
no.
up.
I'll
That
show you the
depends
theory.
on experience.
Anyone can learn to hunt.
That's
I'll
what
show
I'm
you the theory.
saying. I don't know about that one.
I'll show you the theory.
Yeah, prove it.
Yeah, I'll show you the theory.
Come on.
It's a theory. You forgetting the word about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, logically it makes sense.
no.
So everything.
No,
Hold on,
no.
Because everything's a theory.
No. Let me shut you down. Let me shut you down
No,
because
no.
you're not a man
Everything's
of
a theory.
because
Let
he's
me
not a
shut
man
you-
of science.
How am I not a man of science?
What do you think a theory is?
It
That
is
proves what you're-
a rational hypothesis through the scientific method to create a theory.
Do
You up the observation of something.
you believe in evolution?
Not really.
That I can't.
You see what I'm saying?
I can't.
Because-
I
see what I'm
believe in
saying?
evolution.
I
Hold
You see what I'm
on.
saying?
I
don't
believe in
believe it.
evolution.
It can
though.
So
happen.
do you see what I'm
in a
saying about
lifetime.
a man of science?
I believe in
Evolution is still like theory, but evolution is like fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Science is theories
Because of
are
modern
known
science?
facts now.
Because of modern science.
No,
Theories
because
are
of trial and
facts.
error.
Yes.
They literally observe.
It's been so much
over
trial and
over
error.
They
This is
time.
experimented with shit that.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't say you believe a theory and then you have a theory with that fits that definition,
No.
and then like it's proven because they observed
So
these,
some
these
theories-
habits like over years. It didn't just happen overnight. So when people say theory, yeah, it's a theory, but it is the most accurate thing based on like the scientific method of like trial and
Of
error.
supported facts.
And
It's not just the
Yes.
regular street version of a theory where I
Right.
think some shit.
No, these people.
The street
this
version
is
of a
literally
theory-
breaking it down, taking supportive facts, and putting it all together and saying, in this conclusion, this is what happens.
The street version of a theory is really a hypothesis.
Yes.
Right.
Stay frosty.
Okay.
Much love. Much love.
Nice seeing you all.
Much love. Much love.
We can have a
Part
Yes,
6.
asleep.
I can go.
Be
He
safe.
said, "You better pet me too." Charlie, come here, boy.
I can't leave.
We'll check on you in the morning.
Timestamp.
He's really like, no, you're not.
You're welcome.
Have a good night.
Be safe.
Oh my god.
All right, now that we got the women off the podcast, this is the men's hour.
Yes.
Oh,
This is the men's hours. Let's get it.
You know, one of those guys had a ladies had a guy's mentality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was
but at the
coconut
same
honey,
time,
wasn't it?
so does Jackie.
And
But they're not men. So
what I was saying was valid earlier.
I mean, I feel it. I'm just saying.
what?
Yeah, that
Well, no,
man.
It's something that can't be
because
overlooked.
okay, here's the thing. No, they're not. They are
But
not.
they-
But no, they are what they are though, and people ignore that.
Oh, I'm sorry,
transition.
they're not men. They're males.
Right. Here's the thing. They are something
That's
completely
bi-
different
strictly
because they
biological.
identify as something different. Like
So,
that transition from man to woman, and woman to
Personality
man
trait
is
changes
what's
your
important.
gender.
He's not transition.
Personality trait changes your gender.
Necessarily.
That's why I don't really
It's
see
just
some
a
of the
part of it.
Is she
LGBT
trans?
community.
It's just a
Your
Yeah, no, I
personality
think
does
so.
not change.
I feel like
When you come out of the womb, they name your gender because we only have two, male, female. Your personality changes it as you go along.
Gender and sex are two different things.
No, Nigel, but wait a minute.
Or
That's where you
wait,
lose.
wait,
That's
wait,
where
okay,
you
no,
lose.
that's
wait,
what
wait.
we're talking about.
That's where you're getting confused. At gender
Okay,
and sex are actually two different things.
It's
They
a-
name
who's-
your
who-
sex.
it's
Who
a-
experimented on that?
But wait a minute.
Who experimented on that?
It's a
What do you mean?
psychological
Like who observed
process
this? Who
of them thinking it.
theorized all
So
this?
in that process,
Look it up.
yes, that is a completely separate gender because
because their brain works a certain way.
yes,
But I thought it was determined on the body part.
no,
not
it's
just
how
the
they
brain.
feel.
Okay, so the
How they
way
feel
it was
dictates how they
explained
act.
to me was
They
if
don't
you're-
come out and be like, they gonna think they
if
agree.
you're a trans man, your body's blue because you're a boy. You think like a boy, you got a boy's body. You're blue, your body's blue, your mind is blue. A woman who thinks like a woman, her body's pink, her mind is pink. How it was explained to me was, if you're a trans man, your body is blue, your mind is pink. If you're a trans woman, your body is pink, your mind is blue.
So it's the physical chemical makeup of your brain.
You're literally just
And I
switching
get
up.
what- and I get what
And
you're
because
saying.
of
I
the
get
fact
what you're
that
saying.
that
That's
kind
a
of shit,
chemical imbalance.
because of
Yeah,
the
and I
fact that
get
that
what
kind
you're
of shit
saying.
has been displayed in other kind of animals. There's animals who can switch their sex. Shit. There's animals who can switch their sex depending on what else is around.
It's not that many that do that.
No, but
There is a lot.
They do
No,
that.
There's a
though.
lot of
That's, no,
There's a lot
the
of
thing
them.
is though,
Even
that
then,
means-
don't take away that we are advanced species.
We're only
Don't do
advanced
that.
by our standards.
right.
So we should
Right.
be advanced
The
by
jellyfish-
the animal
we can-
standard.
But wait a minute though, because
We
the
are
jellyfish is
You make
immortal.
that-
But
decision.
I'm talking about
So
the
technically,
lower.
they would be more advanced than
Those-
us.
the-
The jellyfish is
Species.
immortal. They can literally
You
regenerate.
think they don't have
year
lobsters
after
too?
year.
You think they
Okay.
don't have a conscience?
Lobsters are immortal. So that's what I'm saying. Like it depends on
It's like
advanced species, depending on what you're talking
Hold on,
about.
hold on. Too many
You feel me?
conversations.
I'm thinking as far as like
Get on
using your
that.
brain. That's where the power is here.
Right, and that's why we're the apex predator.
That's what I'm
Right.
talking about.
it's
As
all
far
the
as
same
advanced
concepts.
species is that we
Just
can
running.
we can control.
Right, but no brain is the same.
And
it's-
I get that.
And it's how those brains functions that categorizes them because that is what affects their behavior
You
in the real
can't
world.
use an OBD2 sensor on a car that was
Wow.
95 and below. Okay?
This is my
I'm sure the fuck can't.
You
had that problem
Some
earlier.
mechanic wisdom right there.
Yeah, what I'm saying, like you said, I might have gender and sex confused because I'm saying that your sex is
Yeah.
a boy or,
Yeah,
or a girl.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
You're a boy or a girl because you have a what?
Penis or vagina.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Depending on your gender.
Yeah.
Sex.
That's what I'm going off.
And
Because
gender
sex
is what
and
you
balls,
see, is
gender.
what you think you should have.
Is what you think you should have.
Gender is
but it's
what you
not
think
what
you-
you have.
Yeah.
Right.
Gender is
Well,
what
no,
you
no,
think
no.
you should have.
No, gender is what
Is the
when you have what
mentality
you
it
think you should
follows.
have, right?
It's the
you
gen-
have
hold
what
on.
You did have a
thank
brain,
you.
right?
I'm
Wait a
I'm
minute.
Hold on, wait. You know how they be saying you
Gender.
be thinking what you did? Right?
How the lady said I be thinking with my dick.
Yes.
Okay.
All
yeah.
right.
Right?
I've heard that.
I'm
before.
gonna read the. I want to read the definition.
Think
Okay.
about how
I'm gonna
that
read the definition of gender. Kind. I'm gonna read this whole thing.
Full of definition of sex as well.
I'm gonna read this whole thing again. Okay. Kind, sort, class, a class or kind of persons or things sharing certain traits. From old French genre, kind, species, character, gender. From stem of Latin genus.
Oh, genus, yes.
Race,
Indeed.
hold on, race, stock, family, kind, rank, order, species, also male or female, sex, from pi root gene, give birth, beget with derivatives referring
What
to
kind of
procreation.
Latin shit are you reading?
So my question is, look,
Yes,
How-
my dude. I was like,
Now I'm going to look up the etymology.
nigga, what's the
Now.
definition?
Now, hold on.
gentlemen.
I'm going to read the etymology. I'm going to look up the etymology of the word gender. And I'm going to do it for sex. What you gonna say, Mike?
Yeah. So real quick, it's the fact that like having another gender isn't a new concept for human behavior. So my thing is how many times do these people have to like come out in society in different civilizations across the world, across cultures, before people start validating the fact that people think differently?
Oh, no.
Difference.
I accept them.
Only.
I accept them.
wouldn't-
I
Oh,
never-
then that's the conversation.
I accept them, but
Okay.
it still doesn't change my views.
I know why
on
you
that.
do.
Okay, but that's fine.
I
can
know
think
why
what
you do.
Okay.
Why?
You have a for real, I don't give a fuck mentality.
Yeah.
And people like you are the perfect people when it comes to what we need nowadays and accepting everybody. I don't give a fuck
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck. As long as you're not messing with me, I don't give a fuck.
I accept
Okay.
you for who you are.
I don't know what to call
but
you.
I still got views on
Okay.
it.
Look, I don't know what to call you.
Hey.
You're not gonna be he nor okay. You want to be he nor she want to be they. I can't do that all the time, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna call you. What's your name? Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron.
exactly.
Aaron.
Hey,
Because you know usually they pick a unisex name.
hey, you gonna kill me? Nope. All right, I'm cool.
Damn, murder. Hold on.
Yeah, I ain't with
That's
that.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm
I
saying.
ain't with that because too
I
many
didn't
trans
have a regular
black women
people
are
though.
being
Hey, you
murdered,
don't
and I'm
kill
not
me
with
right
that.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
Too many
Appreciate it.
black women are going missing and getting dismembered by who God knows.
That's
who.
why I don't get it.
I ain't with none of that
Getting
shit.
their organs ripped out, and
You
now
don't like killing
and now,
people?
wait.
Speaking of which,
And then now
Yeah.
now trans women all of a sudden, they want to get wombs.
That's
and they
my
wanna
thing
get-
too.
They
I
wanna
I know
get-
what you're
where
talking
they getting
about.
these wombs
Did
from?
you guys? Did you?
That's scary as fuck.
Where they getting the wombs from, Ty?
I
They're
just-
and they're healthy.
They're
healthy
growing
wombs.
them?
They're
Some of them are growing them.
Yeah, they're
Growing
growing them.
what?
They're healthy wombs.
Well, I won't say growing, transitioning their genitalia.
Some trans women
They're
can
just
have
doing
actual.
it with the stuff.
Some
that they
trans women
already
can be
have.
born with wombs.
Yeah.
No, the fuck they can't.
You don't know the full spectrum of trans women.
What?
What
There's
you
trans
You
No,
know
the-
trans men. I'm thinking about trans men.
So we talking about
Trans men are men born with
woman-
pussies.
We're talking about a woman.
They
born
have
to a
all
man.
the other physical characteristics of a man,
I get
but
what
they
you're
don't
saying.
have a dick.
I get what you're saying.
So they have all the reproductive
A
organs of a
hermaphrodite?
woman.
I've never seen.
No, that's not
I've
one
never
of both.
seen a case where a
You-
man
yeah,
had
true.
all the reproductive organs of a woman. I've seen where someone had both a vagina and a penis.
That's a hermaphrodite.
Okay, cool. But
Here's
I've never
what-
seen.
Is it like a?
Did you experience that?
No.
Okay, I don't know what kind of weird stuff you're in. So
No, man.
Would that be like a kind of like a mermaid, like man at the top, woman at the bottom, sort of thing? Like, what are you? Oh, are we talking like that? Because that's how you described it, like a man
Oh,
born with a pussy.
no.
So are we talking like, hey,
If
my name
a
is
man-
Jen. You want to hit this pussy? Like,
Wow.
or is it a?
You guys,
Or is it a female
Hey,
with a
you
lot
gotta
of
show me this.
testosterone?
Right, you-
Do you want to know how I found out?
With a lot of testosterone.
Do you want to know how I found out? Because of Horrible Decisions podcast. Shout out to Mindy and Weezy.
what you doing on the podcast?
It was part of their vanilla shit, and they was talking about men, and they was in
They
the
described it wrong.
they were talking about trans men have pussies, and they started talking about trans men porn. So me being my inquisitive mind, I went to Pornhub and I typed that shit in because I did not think a man could actually have a fucking full blown pussy.
Wait.
The real
And-
question is, did you finish?
I just want to be.
Wow.
Just want to be clear. Trans and then transgender.
I thought he was like, "Hey, this shit in it."
No,
I mean, like, okay, like the life of a little trans kid. They grow up.
He was like,
and
"Man, I
they feel
gotta
trans,
shut
so
me,
they're-
my motherfucking
until what age can they get the surgery?
He said, "This shit is too dark." Get off of this side of the internet.
I am in college.
trans
Let me get off
is
of
the
it.
transition.
Right.
So you're trans if you're
Incognito.
transitioning.
Okay, it's the process of
25
Then he
transition.
called Google services. Hey,
Hey,
this
Going
shit
through-
go.
like going through with the surgery,
said all
that's up to
time?
them.
okay.
or just remaining. I'm trans, but I want to.
Because sometimes some of them just take the hormones.
I think he did.
Go.
Hormone. Why are they taking hormone? If this is a natural, okay, why are they?
Because if
What's
your
that one
body
phrase
is
you
thinking
get?
one thing, but your mind is another, your body has the hormones that be different than what your mind is
He
aligning
looked
to.
around.
So what is the hormone? Like hormone pills and shit?
It can be hormone pills or hormone shots. It just balances it out the way it's supposed to be for what your mind is telling you should be.
But that doesn't sound.
Take his
I don't
headphones
know.
out. Look,
That doesn't sound healthy.
I'm gonna go back to listen to just
The only thing I do not agree with,
just this part.
I agree with trans people. The only thing I do not understand is the people who are non-binary.
It's not. It's not even the.
You're
whole-
not man or woman.
Because it's not even the
Yeah,
thing what you do.
yeah.
Said, what else is that?
Yeah,
I'm so lost in that.
yeah. You don't
Okay.
identify as man or woman. You're
Okay.
non-binary.
Also, keep in mind, Nigel, we not experts.
Because I'm
Yeah.
like,
Don't base your opinion off.
Yeah.
Do your
I'm
own
like,
research.
fuck this
Right.
little LG.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say that. I ain't
We
gonna
don't
say
know.
that.
We've been drinking.
I'm sorry. I
smoking,
take it
I'm not
back.
expert.
I'm not gonna say that. But I just don't understand. I really don't. It's
And
to the
that's
point
fine.
where it's just getting outrageous.
Yeah,
I want you
that's
to. I want you to see.
It's just all.
I kind of have
I
an
don't
issue with
wanna
it
call
too
them
because
weirdos,
it's kind of
but-
like it's too oriented on sex.
And then
period.
again, and then now
You
they're
know what I'm
bringing it
saying?
around
Yes.
kids.
It's just like these are the people.
It's
I'm fucking.
shit.
They teaching it.
They teaching this shit.
That's what I'm
There's a
saying.
whole course. They
Why does it
This is
matter?
not okay.
Why does it matter who the fuck you fuck? It doesn't matter.
And then they want
Okay,
you want
certain language.
Then you want to talk
Language.
about you want to talk about well,
There you come single. Let's fuck everybody.
then want to talk about
Oh my goodness.
it's okay, you know. Oh yeah, in the civil rights era, these black men is having to be gay, so we need to make a whole course on gay history and shit, or the LGBT history and shit.
Gay history and shit. Gay people learn gay
But,
history.
I get, first of all, why do
I
hold
mean,
on,
it's
why
American
do-
history.
It is
Yeah,
American
it's
history.
American
You're right.
history.
If they
So is
can't
gay. So is
put it where
So
it
if you're not gay,
belongs,
don't worry
you know
about
what
it.
else is American
history,
history? Gangs.
cool. Yes.
Bloods and
Yeah.
Crips, and which half of the students are already in school already, but there's no history
Sagging.
taught on that. And they got years on the LGBT
Sagging.
community. The LGBT
No, they
community is not even 10 years old.
Sagging.
No, they don't.
The
Right,
LGBT
but
community
No,
is
they
not,
don't.
But
They
here's
have
the
Jordan,
difference,
Jordan,
though.
you're sounding ignorant. No, they don't.
So
The LGBT community have been around for a long,
have they
long
been
time.
called the LGBT community, or does it
Just
been
because they
gay
didn't have a name did not mean they did not
Were
have
they
a
just
movement.
homosexuals
That's
Who
what
are
I'm
put
saying.
together?
persecuted? Who are persecuted socially and politically
I'm
and
talking
economically?
okay,
but wait a
but are
minute
we
though.
acknowledging
Gays are
that
criminals
as
though.
numbers?
They are active criminals, not
What
just
are the numbers,
taxpaying
Mason?
citizens. They operate
Exactly.
outside the formal structure of society.
But
so what I'm
if
saying
they
is
had a-
they don't get a place in the history
But
book.
that's American history. Why can't
No,
all
it's
why
not.
can't the ugly shit
But
get put there?
it's not just about American history. You can do research or you can educate your kids about that. But if we're talking about what is in the public sphere, it's not going to be criminals and criminality.
Especially
it's
because
going to
the
be something
criminals-
that
First of
operates.
all,
with
Gangs are local.
But we
So if
were
you're teaching
These
American,
niggas is criminals.
Yeah,
you
what
teach
the Americans, American are criminals.
Oh, what's his name? Christopher Columbus, criminal. What the fuck?
I agree,
Yes.
but here's the thing:
What
are
are you
you
talking
empowered?
about?
I don't.
What the fuck are you talking about? See?
I don't.
And this
And
why you
who
say
won?
that.
Who's in power? My thing is, look at the
Exactly.
It's the victim
So
calling
it's just-
it's the victim calling the leader criminal. That's why I don't like calling. That's why I don't like fucking calling them colonizers.
I
Because
don't
it's the
call them
victim
colonizers,
looking at the man
So
and
this-
saying,
so this
"You
is
did
all
this," instead
just-
of rising up against them.
So how is what I'm saying?
No, they tried,
just
but they had
victim
guns.
shit, but not the truth. How is that not the
So
truth?
are they criminals or are they just superior? If my army comes upon your land with bigger equipment, better equipment, and we dominate you, my nigga, is that conquer or are we criminals?
If you do,
It's
if you
still,
do, if you
it's
do
still robbed
underhanded,
me of my
fuck
land.
That's
shit.
true though.
It's
If-
still a crime
it's
within their laws.
It's
of their
still,
land.
it's still a
No, it's
crime
not.
Yes,
within
it
the
becomes.
U.S.
Wait,
Once
wait.
they take over,
That's
yeah, they're the
civilization.
superior, and that land is no longer
Wait,
theirs.
wait.
But
You're thinking with that with Geneva Convention theories. This is before
okay, you're
war,
right.
crime
But
wars
no-
was even a thing. So I could come and ravage your land, do whatever the fuck I want to do
Yeah, I get what
in
you're
the
saying.
name of war, and
Never
it's
mind.
all
You're
You're not
justified.
built.
Yeah,
You're not
no,
built
yeah,
for
you're
And
right.
this is
You're
the,
right.
and
Christopher
this
Columbus
year,
isn't a criminal.
yeah.
He's a crusader. There's a big ass difference.
I feel it. I
Okay.
feel it.
Hitler is a war
He
criminal.
said nature. Yeah, he is.
Sure,
yeah.
he is.
Ethics,
One is for conquest.
ethics was a big.
One is for killing.
Yeah.
All them niggas.
If during my conquest I have to kill, so be it.
That's some bullshit.
Who?
But
Yeah,
that
but
was-
what-
no.
How was
No,
he
no,
doing?
no.
you got-
At the
Name
end
me
of the-
one
at-
African leader that
at
did not
the
kill
end-
for his conquest.
I didn't.
At the end of the day, even
Hey,
them
I feel
niggas,
it.
even
Hey,
them
I
niggas
was
was
putting, I was
fucked
putting,
up.
I was putting niggas
Hey,
to sleep.
I like
At the end of the day,
I was putting them in sleeper
is
holes.
that shit okay? Is it righteous? And you can say all day that human nature is human nature.
No, but some people don't give a fuck.
It
Some
depends on
people
who's telling
hey,
the
you
history.
do
Fuck.
some shit I want.
Because niggas don't, because man don't give a fuck about shit but him motherfucking self.
Yeah, it's
That's
And that's
just
what it breaks
human.
down.
And that's
That's just
always
But-
going to be keeping us in the loop. Because mankind, once again,
But it's
ego
not- it's
is
not-
ahead of its own.
but
ignorance.
it's not everybody.
That's
though.
some bullshit.
That's the thing. It's not
Like for
every-
real.
I get what you
At the end of the day, you can add up all the variables you want to, and yeah, you gotta still live your life. You still gotta be in the sea. You gonna live, you die. Whatever. Show in, show out. But at the end of the day, that shit bullshit. Your black asses know it. And it is what it
I
is.
don't think so.
Yeah. So my thing is, what the fuck else do we have? You got anything else, motherfucker? Because I'm playing the hand I'm dealt. And that's all I can do. Because, like you said, survival is what it's about. And they proving...
There's the paradigm. Like, I mean, shoot.
It's not a paradigm.
Get rid of money.
After we
Let's stop doing shit.
But how
just
do you
stop
do
doing
that?
it. How do you coordinate? You gotta coordinate. You have to coordinate it. But since you know
why you have such like, it almost sounds like contempt for the system. But what do you offer to get us out of this motherfucker?
Bro, I can't offer you nothing than what we've already been offered 1,000 times over.
So why does it sound like you are upset with us being in the system
Because we already had to. We had chances to be segregated. We were segregated for a minute.
I don't believe we
exactly. So the agendas are still different
now.
Like I said before, every person, we can't agree on shit because everybody we put our ideas and beliefs and whatever we think
disagree.
Because and agendas that we have, we pull it away from the mission.
What is the mission?
To get the fuck out of to take, bro. Every generation is a test to see if we really gonna do it. Every generation for the last, we keep this conversation has happened 1,000 times. I frankly am tired of fucking having it.
But here's you're the only person that's tired of the system.
You're fighting a battle.
That's the problem.
You're fighting a battle that does nothing but it repeats itself. History repeats itself. There's always going to be those who conquer and those who just follows. So you getting all hyped up about something that's never going to change.
Exactly, but
you have to live the best out of the knowledge you have in the world.
I only have to live it because everybody else ain't. We just not ready for the shit. So, I mean, I already know I'm not gonna see what I'm trying to see in this lifetime. That's fine, but because apparently this is supposed to be some sort of bridge to something, whatever greater.
It's the bridge to Terabithia.
Okay. Well, no, look, that's it. But seriously, because like apparently people, you know, with all this new shit, new age shit, new science is coming out. You know, apparently people think these ways are gonna propel us into a progressive, advanced future. Hoorah! We're gonna get there.
Yeah, but what's the goal? Okay,
what's the goal there? So what's the end game for them? Well. We just go riding along. What's the end game for? What's the future with us? Let's just
if we be honest, I thought of what the end game. What I think for the African American. Well, I don't like that fucking term. For the ADOS.
If we're not doing Black Wall Street,
give us our fucking reparations, and let us become a part of actual American history.
So you're just looking for the answer of what do we do next? How do we coordinate?
That's
everybody was going to
give us our fucking reparations.
Yeah.
Because nobody give us our fucking reparations and fucking accept us before we take this shit.
I see what you're saying.
So what does it take?
Because we cannot separate.
It takes money and recognition, and we're all satisfied.
What are we threatening them with?
It takes money and recognition, and then we're all satisfied. But like, all right, we forgive y'all.
And that's my.
I'm not looking for that. Not that kind of recognition.
Is it forgiving though, or is it just
recognize our actual power that we have?
And we got power.
Hella power.
But how do
and it's unrecognized.
But okay, that's
not anymore.
Wait.
From our intellectual power to our
not anymore.
Okay.
Well, how do you
okay, let me finish. Our buying power gets manipulated, but our educational power gets undermined. Mm-hmm. Our buying power gets manipulated. Shit. Fucking Disney did it. Disney did it. No, Disney did it. Put Beyonce in Lion King, what happens?
What would you
put Beyonce in Lion King, what happens?
Niggas
showing the fuck out. Why? Because it's Beyonce. It's Beyonce.
Slavery and fucking the Jim Crows and all the lynching and shit. Man, they did a lot more fucked up shit. Experiments they actually did on.
So you mean community-based schooling?
Taking. Who the fuck who is getting all these kids?
So
who is taking all our organs? Who is all these wicked fucking societies in the world controlling shit? That's what I
So you just sparked something.
Okay, see, I see articles about the whole organ shit.
So real quick, wait. Please.
Go.
You just sparked something. So how we do it is we structure education on a local level with information that's relevant to the actual community. Whether, like, not just general U.S. history, but, like, relevant history to the people that it pertains to, right? If it's the majority of, like, black students, that's, or like, what is the predominant culture in that community?
Give us accurate, well-rounded history, not just the.
But that's the thing.
Look,
You can't do
but
that
they're not
because
gonna do
different cultures live amongst each other.
That's true.
Yeah, you can't tell somebody
Yeah,
who's been
that's
doing
the
their
whole
own
point
thing
of
forever
America.
how to do something else. It doesn't always work.
What if
It doesn't always happen. There are some languages
Because
we don't know.
Like, I feel you, but I feel like you have to use part of the system to escape it.
That is true.
You have
Because
to,
that's what you were
have
born
to.
into. That's how
have
you
to.
find out about other systems.
And then you have to
Business
build
model.
enough resources and enough space for
Business
yourself
models or systems.
to break out. No, well, not just to break out, because you can't do it by yourself, because it's not an agreement with just you and society. It's an agreement with everybody. So that's the thing. So how do you improve locally without, like, well, that's the thing.
You need people
You
to support
can't break out
what
of
you
the
do.
system, because the system is an agreement of people living amongst
So
each
whatever
other.
you do is a system.
So if you break out, that's what criminals are, people who break out of the system. So what you have to do is restructure the system.
I'm against everybody.
That's how you do
and
it.
that's what I believe is what you have to restructure it. I feel like
Because you can't just,
you're
like,
trying to
terrorists try to blow up the system. Because they take away
improve
the
what
people
we already
who-
have.
Literally.
Yeah.
I think they need to just start over, function off what we have until they can create something new.
I think that won't happen until
We
the
get
fall
the
of-
influence
Cool.
to
There's
make
enough
it
of
happen.
us.
No, until the fall of America.
Bet. Let's do it.
Not until what?
Until the fall of America.
Oh, how you think that's gonna happen?
I just,
We are only
I
200
really
years
believe,
old.
And
I really believe it's until all of the old
America needs to
motherfuckers who
fall.
stuck in their
America needs to
ways
fall.
with the power are gone.
It's like if you don't think America will fall, I'm talking to the listeners, if you don't think America will fall, every civilization in human history has failed.
That's what
Every
Every
single
single
one.
That's why.
What do you think a roller coaster
It's
is?
just gonna be the thing about America falling
Oh
is
my god.
it's gonna be a process because it's gonna be hard as fuck.
The only way but that's the thing. The only way we fall is internally. Is domestically.
Exactly.
That is the only. We fucking rock this shit internationally. We fucking rock this shit as a country.
And if
We
America
them
falls,
niggas. We
the
can go
world
into
is
800
soon to
military
follow.
bases across the world. We in they shit. Do something, bitch. We blowing this whole motherfucking thing up, and the only bunker on the island is right the fuck here. Bitch, try it.
And I want
That's
you,
the U.S.
I want you to try to come for that bunker. This bitch is 6 submarine nuclear subs aimed at this motherfucking capital.
But the thing
right
is,
now.
these
Pull up.
motherfuckers are trying it. Putin like, alright, bitch.
America.
Hey, Putin got some balls.
That's what
America
the
is that
Putin
one
nigga
Putin
country.
got some balls.
Look,
That nigga
America
low-key.
is that one
And he
country.
grabbing them bitches
Yeah,
and
he
lifting
like-
them for you.
Fuck
That's
all
what he
that
doing.
policy.
Nah.
He talking big game.
He is, but imagine it like this. America is that rapper who actually got the bodyguard and the body detail to back up everything we talking about. Putin just got his homeboys.
Nah, man.
No, what I mean by that is Russia got a nice army. Russia cool. Russia poses a threat.
Russia and China are trying.
Russia, let me finish. Russia can touch America in rapper terms. Russia can touch America if they catch America lacking. However, when do you ever see America's security lacking? It's hard as fuck to catch them niggas lacking.
9/11.
They got this motherfucker protect. That's because they let you see that they was lacking for whatever purpose.
No, we knew
America
about
is
it.
secure as fuck.
They
when it
let
comes to
you
that
see that
grid.
we was lacking.
Yeah, that's facts though.
They did
No, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Inside job.
We
It was
knew.
an inside job.
Yeah.
Bush did it.
No.
That's
wait,
right. I
wait.
forgot about that. Bush did 9/11.
Yeah, he did.
I remember that.
In the sense that we had
I looked into
intelligence
that.
about it, yeah.
Yeah.
In the
You're
sense that
right.
we had intelligence, yeah.
We let y'all get that one off because we needed to go invade y'all shit.
Think
Yeah,
about it
but
this
you
way.
let it happen.
Think about it this
Exactly.
way.
Bush did
How,
9/11.
well, no, Biggie was.
So we've always
Niggas
been the
was
shit.
ruthless. They said we need
I
all
believe-
nigga. We
I
need
believe
the
it was
greasy
Biggie.
shit.
I believe it was Biggie.
Hey,
Biggie was Mark.
can I have some of that? No.
Biggie was receiving death threats.
All right, boys, get ready.
Look, Biggie was receiving death threats long before.
But said, all them niggas got
I'm
more
going back
weapons
to
than
Cali
that.
and him getting murdered in California.
Crazy.
He was receiving death threats long before then. If I keep sending you videos saying, nigga, when I catch up to you, we taking them towers down. When I catch up to you, nigga, and we take them towers down, who look like the fool, nigga? You do.
I think it said we knew about the shit like 19 days ahead.
No. From what I've seen, we knew about it in 1999. I mean, 1998.
Probably. I mean, in terms of like, well, yeah, I guess they could.
Since the World Trade Center shit in 94.
Yeah. Damn. But no, I feel like
Done by the same people.
See, that's why Trump is dangerous. It's because like nigga, and he knows some shit. He knows the shit is made the fuck up, and he's like, look, I'm trying to be on one side because these niggas is coming for us, and he knows
That's
it.
why he building that wall. That's
He
why
said-
he's not playing about that. He said, look, I'm talking all this shit, and y'all ain't trying to protect us. Alright? Bitch, build the wall.
They build that shit around New York, Georgia, South Carolina, all
Keep
up.
them niggas away.
Hey, can I say something about what technology has done for everyone?
Yes,
You ready?
yes.
Technology has allowed everyone to live within their own lane.
Yes, it
What
toasts my
connected
Pop-Tarts
people?
and stuff like
What
that.
the fuck? That's not true. Boy, people use the internet to be in other people's lanes.
That too.
Nigga, that's what it's for.
But if that's what you want to
That bitch
do,
do.
if that's what you want to do, that's what you
happy.
can
I'm gonna
do
make a
thanks to
fake page.
technology.
This
This
is
is
legal
information age. We
So
have
guess what?
Catfish.
Exactly. So guess what? What happens if all the productive, black people who are trying to do shit for our community get together and make it big enough? What happens then?
I mean, what big enough? Just like successfully?
Make successful black popular.
I feel like that's the goal.
Exactly.
I
right?
think that's what's going on now.
Right. Exactly.
It's
right?
a renaissance. It's the second renaissance. I feel like for the last few years, black expression, black creativity, black wealth has been growing exponentially. So I don't agree when people say we don't have a vision. It's the fuck we do.
There's no better time to
Big fact.
be black than now.
We're capitalizing
Right
on our
now.
blackness.
The
And it's
startup.
like,
You feel
no,
me?
this is it. This is where we start.
This
sprinting.
is it.
Right. Exactly. There's enough of
feel
us that are
great.
angry with a little bit of
Hell
positive.
yeah.
You about to fuck
People
Donald
are
Glover
supporting
is-
you just
creates-
because you're black.
Creatively,
People
yes.
is getting
Politically,
work
yes.
because
you're
you're
black.
black.
Yeah.
We are now getting
signed
the
him?
white
Wait,
privilege.
what'd you say?
Who was he signed?
You
In
get
our
what I'm
own
saying?
way, we made it.
Yes,
for
we
ourselves.
definitely did.
The fuck?
We are
Who,
now
Donald
getting
Glover?
that
Who
work.
was Donald Glover signed?
Even to the point where you
Himself.
think about it when racist shit happens.
Yeah.
Like, oh, bitch,
he's
who
a
was
writer, but
outside,
he's a
oh,
content
hold on, wait.
creator.
The costume director in Hollywood who was outside the CVS saying nigger, 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 and white people was outraged about this shit.
Oh yeah, they be mad as we do.
They be madder. They be madder.
Like, bitch, I'm spreading that shit over.
White people be mad as fuck about the
I ain't said
N-word.
nothing. I ain't said nothing.
That was her.
Cheryl, that was all her. We're good.
White people be madder about the N-word than we
because
do.
they know it's outrageous.
Yes.
Like, bitch, real. I swear to God, I would laugh at something. Like, bitch,
Because
it's
look, here's the
2019.
thing. If you call
Look crazy.
if you say nigga in front of me and a white dude, the worst I'm gonna do is whoop your ass. He gonna call the police on you for being a racist.
He's with Liberation Music. Started in
Yeah, no, Donald Glover, Issa Rae.
Nigga love watermelon, haha.
Right.
Issa Rae old fine ass.
He's owned by a Jewish man.
Oh,
You
Well,
got-
not owned, but like
You got something against the
signed.
Jews?
No, not really.
They had
Dude, he got
hard,
a job.
but say they had a hard time, not even 400 years
But here's
ago.
the thing.
Not as hard as
Somebody said Jews.
us. Not as hard as us.
People sell narratives, man. That is how society functions. It's nothing but a sale of narratives. So I feel like he's going where people are paying for his narratives.
Of course.
He's a storyteller.
He's paying, but they're.
But now he has the capital to like.
Is
That's
it
why
his
Jewish
stories
people
that
don't
he's
own
telling,
parlors.
or is it?
You said what?
They're
Because
his.
why
Jewish
could it
people don't
could
own
it be
pizza parlors.
influenced by-
They
Is
look
it
like
possible?
us.
Is it possible? Is it possible? I don't root for everybody black. I don't.
Right, but what I'm
are
saying
horrible.
is like,
Terrible.
what is the
But I
problem
do love
if
Donald Glover.
Yeah,
if we
Donald
can
Glover's
project into those spaces though? What I'm saying is black people are fitting into new spaces
enjoy
and being comfortable in those spaces. That's what I'm talking about because we didn't always have the opportunity.
We don't know these niggas.
Hey, me and Donald Glover birthday coming
They
up,
look
y'all. My
comfortable.
birthday.
It's
Oh,
the
they
thing-
look comfortable.
It's the thing
Angela
with-
Rye looks very comfortable
I'm
when she
sure they
is
do.
like keeping her personality off camera, on camera, on CNN.
It's very.
So my thing is, just by you being there, it means something.
It
Are we-
doesn't.
Do we consider, okay, so back to the black pill then. So I can ask these questions. Do we consider them? We consider these black leaders or these black entertainers as black leaders?
Some can.
Yeah,
But the ones that we're specifically talking about, T.I.
Are they puppets?
It depends on the
It
message.
depends.
Yeah, it depends on the company they keep.
I
I'll
actually think
say,
T.I.
like,
is
what's his
expressing
face?
his thoughts, though.
I say like, what's it? Oh, like a lot of people be like, well, why don't you? Why would you even look up to people like that? Why would you look up to an entertainer? You should look up to politicians or something like that. Or, look up to others. No, just look up to black leaders. And
Something more positive.
More positive, and that's cool. But some artists are positive, especially if you like them, you listen to their work, and then actually, it does in a sense make sense to like, especially if you see him like Tupac. Tupac was art with everybody, so people saw him. You saw Tupac. You was cool with Tupac, and he had a relationship with you. You don't have a relationship with politicians most of the time. You just like see them and agree with them. And
I think there's a difference between respecting their hustle and like them getting to a position that has an audience and they have something relevant to add to the conversation.
I think we
I feel like
agree.
the other side of that is just because you can respect them being in those spaces, it doesn't mean you're looking up to them. I don't really have an idol.
yeah, that's
Like
fine.
I can appreciate somebody's work because that's what I can see, but I don't know them. I don't have like any people I like fangirl and fanboy. You know, like I
Right,
don't do that.
but even-
because I can respect your work without idolizing you.
Right, and that's good because you're not even supposed to be idolizing all these random people that you don't even know anyway. But receiving what they're giving in, having inspirations, that's good because it makes you understand and it makes you feel like they understand you because you can see these people. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get to have we didn't get a Martin Luther King moment for real, or we didn't get a Malcolm X one. We weren't there for that. The closest
some
thing.
people didn't march though.
Well, yeah, but
Conceptually,
I say this.
You gotta remember, these people are staple for not only their physical actions, but their metaphysical actions.
That's fine. And hold on. And that was exactly what I was going to say because I at least say the closest nigga to actually doing shit that we could at least see was Nipsey Hussle.
I think that's
His
supposed to pay
music is
attention
trash,
to
though.
that.
That's fine, but
You didn't like
that's
it?
not
And
what I'm talking
I
about.
feel you.
Sorry.
It's just not me.
I think that's the person
But
that
now, how
paid attention
activist
to
for his
because of that.
community,
I
But
didn't
if you
say
listen
listen
to the
him like
lyrics,
that.
though,
That's the
he is
thing.
Well, I feel like there
this
are
is-
more people like him than you realize, though.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm not
this is
saying.
my
I'm not
thing
saying that
with-
there's
with
not.
him.
That's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm saying that you
His
see
music
these people,
never had
and
a catchy.
not only
Okay. Let's just leave it
was
alone,
like
since you enjoy your name,
I say
like that.
Nips because
No, it's not that.
I saw him in the media. He was at least
just for
in
like
the
entertainment.
game.
He's not in my playlist.
At least for like
Okay, yeah.
entertainers.
Yeah.
Going,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
at
He's
least
not in my playlist.
out there. He's
Out
not
there
like the
trying
rest.
to
He's
use
trying.
his platform.
He's definitely somebody who should not have been murdered.
Right.
Yeah.
Man,
You know,
for
we
real.
But he's a gang
then
member.
again,
Why
We
not?
don't know what business
He was definitely a gang member.
He wasn't killed for gang-related shit.
It was.
But that was
No,
easy
he
to.
I
wasn't.
feel like if you're
but
alive, you fair game.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're
When
an
you on the
activist-
Mind your business.
Yeah, if he dead, he was gang related. Oh man, he was talking to people dressed in all blue the other day. I saw him.
Yeah, he wasn't even.
They- work for
Supposedly,
his spectrum.
supposedly he died over disrespect.
I don't believe that shit neither. It's
No.
something, man. It's,
He.
And you know, we ain't heard shit about this.
exactly. And I still ain't let it go. Man, it's completely what happened. What I did not want to happen happened. It got
They
pieced
found
up
the
on
dude and
Yeah.
convicted and put him in
They
jail.
just need to know.
I hate
Ain't that the
shit,
whole-
bro.
Trial
They-
ain't been happening.
That may be
I knew it was
an
gonna
innocent
happen.
man
I
too.
hate that shit, bro.
That may be an
That was
innocent man
my
too.
cat.
Well, that's the same thing's gonna happen to this Jeffrey.
You really
Epstein
think
book.
trial would have happened by now? It just happened in April.
Right.
Now, I
Trials
don't
like
know.
trials don't
tripping,
go
you
that fast.
No, they really
Really
try
don't,
now.
cuz.
He'll get trial like next year. Like the
Yeah.
niggas who killed X, we'll probably see them getting trial like next year.
Because people are making money
Trials
off
don't
of
happen
it.
that fast.
They still making money off the shit.
That's why people forget about it.
He
People think you get arrested this week.
I know.
Y'all so late.
Hold on. I'm sorry. We gotta.
Yeah, no, that's
Where the
impressive.
fuck you get this from?
That's what I'm saying.
Do that again.
It's a shot glass, my
Yeah.
nigga.
You've been
It's
to
a
our half.
slinky shot glass. I'm an alcoholic.
I
okay?
believe
This
you've
is
been to our
lit.
half.
He
though.
said, "This
I
is
need
the
this on
game
my
changer."
website.
They so
I'm
damn
sorry,
cheap.
y'all.
Wholesale.
Where?
China.
I will
Wholesale.
buy 3,000 right
Ooh,
now.
wait a minute.
Oh, how I have missed you.
An
Oh,
invasion.
I got Puffy right in the bag.
I study you from
on the
afar.
yellow side. On the yellow side.
Well, it's like an invasion of America is damn near impossible.
Yeah, that's
Nah,
Start playing
hey,
Just Dance.
There's
They'll
a
follow
movie.
along.
What is the name of that movie? It's where North Korea attacks.
You have Red
The
Dawn
West-
and then you have Red.
I think it's
Hawk.
right. Yeah.
It's both of them.
Yeah.
One
Oh,
was
it's a
made-
sequel?
Well, no, one was made in the 80s and a remake was made a few years ago.
Okay, I've seen both of them. Okay, yeah.
Korea.
If you see the
North
one with
Korea
Josh Peck,
invades
Yeah.
California and like the West Coast. And like, it's war. These motherfuckers are here.
Wow.
Guns are blazing. It's just dope.
Yep.
And
That's
like
crazy.
teenagers fight them off.
very good movie.
Yeah, it is.
What is it called?
Movie.
Red Dawn.
Red
Yes, I've seen it.
Yeah, man.
Thor was in it.
He was. And so,
So
Josh.
Josh.
Yeah.
It's funny how we recognize
Josh
names from the
Peck,
other
yeah.
movies.
Thor didn't have his hammer that time. Yeah.
Otherwise, that shit wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
What if people just went like this?
Oh, me.
You like, nigga, I didn't even know you was in
I was
this
thinking,
movie.
it's planes? Y'all serious, nigga? Hold on. It
Are
takes
you
a-
gonna look?
It takes a minute.
Are you gonna look behind you if somebody walk up to you and does this? Are you gonna be like, "Nigga, what the fuck? Are you gonna look behind you?
Stop all of that shit,
Yes.
nigga.
Hey, we can talk this through.
It depends on where he pointing.
How long would you wait?
If he
before-
pointing at me, I'm fucked. Because if you see what happened with Low Key, that nigga was pinned down under Melanie.
Have you watched American Gods yet?
I have not yet, but
Man,
that is
what y'all
definitely
doing?
on my
I don't watch
list.
what
I only
am.
watched like the first 6-7 episodes.
Is it worth it?
It's worth it, bro.
I know. I said I was gonna start it.
Nah, it's the bomb.
Nah,
You
that
gotta watch
nigga,
it.
that nigga Nazi, my cat.
Yeah.
Nazi.
A Nazi.
A Nancy the spider.
Oh, I'm gonna say Nazi, nigga. We fought. Oh.
Are they like legitimately fighting and using these abilities?
Yes. So more in the second season than the first, but yes.
I
The
just
first
seen.
scene-
I seen.
Just one
I
thing.
seen one scene of the fucking shit. And there was two niggas having sex and one nigga nutted fire on
The
another nigga
first
back.
scene is a vagina consuming a man.
Yep.
Excuse me?
That
That's the first scene. That's all
Look,
I
I
say.
ain't
That
never
is
had
the
that.
first one.
that is the first
And her
thing.
titties are
That's
out.
crazy.
Yep.
Titties in the first 5 seconds.
That's hilarious.
You're
That
welcome.
sound like Game of Thrones.
But these titties are
Let's
cold.
not talk about Game of Thrones.
You're in the safe space.
That
Never
man,
be a hoe, they
look,
get
that
killed.
man snooted his tooth. Look at him. Look, he
That
said.
last episode is on the same level as the Airbender movie. The last Airbender movie.
Yes.
Damn, it's that bad?
Yes,
that
bro.
fucking
Yes.
bad.
Oh,
2 water
no.
bottles and a Starbucks cup. They left in the scene that made it to post production, and these motherfuckers aired it.
The way it ended was shit.
They just didn't give a fuck.
That's funny as hell.
They really did.
Serious stuff in times where water bottles don't exist. Water bottles.
2 of them.
Shut up.
And Starbucks. I was like, oh, so y'all just don't.
It's like,
give a
damn,
fuck.
Starbucks been around that long?
Right, like damn.
Hey, welcome back to part 2.
What was the question you was asking him about?
Yeah, so I think the question is, man,
Listeners,
is
y'all just gonna have to
anything-
catch up.
Is anything going to change? If you can honestly say that she will modify her behavior in a healthy way to be a healthier person, to like not be as negative all the time, and to actually like incorporate legitimate changes to her life, her lifestyle in different areas.
Everything.
If the answer is yes, consider getting back together.
And I did.
But you got to be honest.
This is the end of that process. You know why?
Because
I literally put certain things into place and would say certain things. Because I'm one of them people. I'm analytic as fuck. I got a really bad OCD.
Who you was testing her?
Yes, literally. But like I would purposefully do it. I literally set up certain things to kind of like work in a certain way to make her tell me something.
Like knocking bases over or something?
What? No, like I would ask somebody to do something, and they do it, and that gets a certain response out of her because she can't get it directly from me.
And I think what she should try to get out of
So you spying on
No.
I'm just
It's called manipulation.
There was
Exactly.
I'm just
But
messing.
use for good though.
I get what you're saying.
There
Yeah,
was-
I
I-
get
I-
knowledge.
The fact that you have to do that means
It's
the
bad.
relationship.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I was figuring out. Say that again.
Agreed.
on your way home Monday, there was an issue.
I feel like I need to be an
Definitely.
agent in it.
Anytime it felt like an issue, it was.
Johnson, can I
What was
see
the
your
issue?
license?
Well,
If you don't mind me asking.
it's too specific right now. I'm just going to continue for the general gist of it, so y'all get it. You know what I'm saying? Basically, where is it?
There is
What
no
I was-
straight. Swallow it.
What I was dealing with. Oh my god.
Alright, swallow it, goddamn.
What I was dealing with basically was
Bullshit.
patience.
Oh, okay.
This was the process of patience
You
through
work
a
on cars.
situation.
You have patience.
Exactly.
And you're saying even this was too much.
You know what I'm saying? Look,
I'm finna change the brakes.
I got a fucking Charger with a transmission problem in the garage right now. I'm going back to that motherfucker tomorrow. But
He
anyway,
said, bitch, I go rebuild the engine.
right?
Say this shit.
But look, but that's just the type of person I am. I'm persistent as fuck. But I'm persistent because I have that patience to make sure this is a worthy investment or not. You know what I'm saying? And investment doesn't just have to be about money. It's about how I'm choosing to spend my time, which nowadays people exchange time for money. Wow, y'all done for it.
I'm sorry. I'm listening. I
Really?
promise.
You
Yes.
feel me?
I don't know how I poured it. I
So-
have no clue.
With that being said, it's just like, what are you investing your time to do? Do you really give a fuck about your life? And this is how I figure it out. How I figured it out is by setting these things up because unfortunately when I come to you and I ask you, you can't tell me because you don't have that self-awareness about yourself. And that right there depends on people's journey. Sometimes people never get it and sometimes people need time. And I'm trying to figure out if within that time that it's going to take you to figure out, am I going to want to be somewhere different? You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's kind of like, at this point, I can't make you tell me what you don't know, what you genuinely don't know. But I know, I know quite a bit
Hold on.
about myself
Hold
right
on,
now.
hold on.
Yeah.
Just cut you off at that specific point. Jordan, Nigel, that's why me and Secret Bay haven't been together. The exact same
You're
reason.
not here yet,
Yep.
or you may never be here.
You're on a self journey, and I've already done mine.
Ooh, nigga.
You
that's
see
so
what I'm
fucking
saying?
right,
I've
man.
lived through what you're
That-
going
that
through
is
right the
right.
fuck
Yeah,
now.
That's right now.
I've already
Right
done
the
mine.
fuck now.
And
What?
you're
Very
on it.
perceptive.
Yeah,
You're very perceptive.
very.
Um,
You saw how you just
why
like.
does
things like
self-
money? Then yeah.
I feel like why does self-awareness have to happen in the same timeline of yours to be ready for something?
Exactly. That's the
It-
basis
no,
of the relationship.
It
no,
can
no.
work.
It can.
It can
Right.
work,
But
you have
toxic.
to have
When it
somebody.
doesn't, you have to call a spade a spade.
You have to have
Yeah.
I
somebody
get what
who's
you're
willing
saying.
to
I
make
get
it
what
work
you're
with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, here's the
I get
deal.
what
That's what. That's
It's
what.
not. It's not what I'm looking
And
for.
I agree with
anymore.
that. I agree with that.
And
I
once
believe two should
and if
coexist
they're willing to
amongst
make
each
it
other.
work with you,
Exactly.
One should have their journey. The other
One
have their
person
journey, and
is
they
an
just live amongst
individual.
each other
Yeah.
with it.
Another person is an individual. If those two individuals decide to be together, they have to accept themselves as individuals in order for it to work.
And
You have to be your own person.
and how it gets toxic is starting to expect the relationship to fix the problem.
To fit-
of the
I've
individual.
always taught
Exactly.
expectations get you nowhere.
Yep.
I'm
That's
saying
always taught
because
that.
you can't have them. You literally cannot have them because as things get different, your lives get different.
Again,
Then I've already know. I've already man.
Look, bro.
Don't be afraid.
There's a
I'm
reason.
saying.
It's
There's
okay
a
to
reason
cry.
why I asked what
It's
I
okay to
asked in the
cry.
group chat.
No, it's not that. But
And I understand.
I'm just
I'm
noticing.
honestly, I didn't read it.
But I'm just
Man, they are-
noticing like, because this is my first.
I know.
Guys' night.
Yeah.
These are
Welcome.
my confessions.
So and I have no.
Hold on, wait. Quick question. Are we inducting them? We still gotta get Vic. Are we inducting them to the Ghetto Boy Scouts?
to the Midnight Society. Yeah.
You know what you got to do first? Have to kill a goat and drink its blood.
With a
cool.
carrot.
God
I'm
damn it,
cool.
I'm down.
I'm on my way.
All right,
You
with
can't
the
kill me,
carrot.
though.
I'll go get one tomorrow. It's fine.
He said, "I don't even know where to get a goat."
Its horns have to be at
You caught the
least
joke, didn't
6
you?
inches long.
If you needed to produce,
That's when we know you're a man.
if
But
you
my
needed
dick
to
is
produce
7.
a goat in 24 hours, where do you go?
I'm
Like
saying-
right now, dead ass.
Hey, it's
What-
Missouri.
What did you say?
If you need to produce a goat in
I
24
know a few
hours, where do
places,
you
honestly.
go?
Right here.
Hey,
You gotta
Get
go,
the
guy?
fuck-
Hey, I
Shut
am
the fuck
the
up.
goat.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm
hey.
a slaughter my what?
Yes.
I was like, what? You got a goat person? Nigga, no.
That's funny as fuck.
My bad. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, toxic behavior.
No,
Right,
but-
first boys, man.
I even said
Toxic behavior.
ain't nothing like. I'm not even coming from like no toxic behavior, nothing like that.
I don't
But
believe that shit.
I'm just
That's just behavior.
since I've had like no prior.
prior.
It's called emotional literacy. That's what it's called.
Right. I had no prior like experiences like this with anybody else in a
Your
relationship.
relationship?
It's my first person, so it's like I'm really starting to see it's been well in almost finna be like a year now, cause
It's just a year.
yeah, and actually I didn't tell.
Okay.
I didn't tell, yeah,
But we
but
see
it's-
where he at though. You see what I'm saying?
That's it, yeah.
Can't
But-
undermine it
It's
I'm
real
not
for him.
undermining it.
because he's taking on a lot. It's his
That's what I'm
first
saying. I'm not
relationship.
undermining
It's a lot. No,
It's
it
his
is a
first
lot.
But I
relationship.
can understand when
And
he
he
stated
maintained
that
like
he hasn't been
like a
through what
fucking
we're
G.
speaking on.
No,
I understand
No,
that.
it's his first relationship, and he's in a relationship with a woman with a kid.
I get that. I get what you're saying. I said that the reason why I said it because now I understand the beginning when he
Yeah.
stated that I haven't been in any situations like this with any
Okay.
women. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now I understand why you're saying that.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't know that you and your girl was just year in because I was thinking like, bro, you and your girl cannot be this solid for
right.
this long, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It happen like that
I
sometimes,
hate
though.
people sometimes, and that is a person.
Yeah.
I
I feel that though.
I feel good.
I feel that because that happens. But when I say I need my space, hold on. Hold
That's
You
what I
probably
want and I
have the
can't get.
weirdest relationship to me.
Why is it weird? Like weird bad or good? Or
It's-
just like,
It's weird because I know both of them.
Comfortable.
So
is it
if anything was
So
to
for them to coexist.
that's what
No,
matters.
I know both of them, so it's one of those.
Oh,
I feel like
no.
a
I
relationship
know
is
both
good
of
when you can
them.
be
I
as
met them at the
calm
same
and
day
still
at the
handle
same
things out of
time.
the
That's interesting.
Right.
Both.
So it's like,
And that's what.
for instance, Nigel dated one of my homegirls. I knew my homegirl longer. So
Oh yeah.
When Nigel cheated,
Uh-huh.
when Nigel cheated, I 6'9" on his ass. Can't even lie.
Snitched like a motherfucker, and then told me years later.
Yeah, he was messing with Charlize.
I had to.
Why?
My
There
hom-
was definitely not a hat to. He broke the guy
He
code.
said, yeah, that is definitely.
I knew her longer.
That's deep. I feel it.
So?
but that's
I knew
that's
her
some
longer.
hate. Whoever she
So?
Your
chooses, who
loyalty
she
wasn't
chooses, family.
tested nor proved
have you eaten at
yet.
her house? Do
I
you
saw
know her
her.
mama?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So did I.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, well, that don't
Hey,
solve
that's a
shit.
dedicated hoe right
Before
there.
I
Goddamn.
dated her, she was my best friend.
Who's best friends with who?
She was my best friend.
That's how it
Who's best
starts.
friends?
She was
first,
both
though?
my
That means
best
she got a
friends.
good personality.
They
Goddamn.
knew each other longer than I knew
Ah,
her.
well then, I mean, I feel like
She
But-
said, "Hey, I'm great."
When does time become relevant?
nah. If y'all were both the best friend, if it was like a best friend
Yeah, I feel it.
trio, he gotta tell her.
Fix that
It
face,
definitely
nigga.
was
It's the same
a
way we
best
cut-
friend trio,
it's the
just
same
not
way
from
we-
the beginning.
That's hard.
And it
Yeah,
actually wasn't even a
that's
trio.
hard.
It was a fucking crew.
It's the same way with
Oh,
cousins.
crew.
It was
Ain't
a
it?
crew.
It's the same way with cousins.
Nah,
Ain't it?
cousins.
And I didn't snitch, did I?
I ain't snitch either.
Yes, you did. You just
literally
sat
said
here
you did,
and
though.
said you snitched. I didn't snitch. I told my cousin, keep your head up.
I fucking hate you so.
Hey,
That's all the police know.
that's what's up.
Hey man,
I had a situation go down in my job.
Hell
They
no.
asked me to write a report. I said, oh, I came out into the car and she said hello. I gave her a kiss and we drove off. That's all I know.
keep your head up.
Keep your head up.
Keep your head up.
Oh, I hate niggas.
That's what I tell bitches now.
Did you hate niggas?
No, I tell them, keep
Keep
your
your
head
head
up.
up. Keep your head
Yo,
up.
Keep your head
yo.
up.
So look, here it go.
I
Here it
didn't.
go. You ready?
Yeah.
Why are you hurting me this bad? I don't get it. What if I wanted to smoke too?
Her to you or you to her?
It's just raw emotions.
Her to me, yeah. But listen to how they're coming out because raw emotion tell you who you are.
About tonight?
When you're pissed the fuck off, what
Yeah.
the fuck do you do? When you're
You
backed
like that?
in a corner, mentally, what are you gonna do? We're animals at the end of the day.
That's true.
You're either going to surrender or you're going to turn the other cheek, as they like to say. Okay? So here's the deal.
Cause I'm just saying, I ain't
This-
going to jail for nobody.
I'm saying. But here's the deal. This is what I said. Do you see how all over the place you are? I'm not hurting you, love. I'm trying to get you to understand that you're hurting you. How is it smoking was extra horrible? Now you're saying what you just said. Why is it I'm asking for time away and you're pushing yourself to a place I can't get what I asked for, that I deserve to ask for as an individual, right? Why do I have to be uncomfortable so you can be comfortable? If I just had a whole fucking issue with you, why would I volunteer you to sit in front of my face while I do what I enjoy? Am I really going to enjoy what I enjoy? That's selfish.
I would never.
It is. But I would mention it to her first. Her reaction would make the decision of a failure.
I tell girls.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, look. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I tell girls within the first few messages, even if I'm not smoking, I let them know what you do. I'm smoking. Just so you know, bitch, I am a smoker. Okay,
but here's the
if
deal,
you don't like weed smokers, if you have a negative stigma to weed smokers, you take that and you go elsewhere.
But listen,
because this ain't
it's weird as fuck because that's not even. It's not even an extreme. She did it a lot in high school and has bad experiences tied to smoking.
Wait, she smoked?
Definitely.
Get out of my
She
face.
smoked before I
Get the
smoked.
fuck
Actually,
out of my face.
that's what the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm not even entertaining that shit.
Right, that's some bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. And she started smoking with me. I smoked. Didn't she smoke over here with us?
You want to know the funny thing? Taylor was like that.
What the fuck?
When I tell you, I'm not showing
bro,
I have not had a woman like that.
But you know what's funny?
Hey, y'all, I'm
on.
sorry.
Wait. You know what's funny? You know what's hilarious, actually? I don't smoke. I smoke recreationally. If y'all
So you
smoking,
do smoke.
Well, yeah. Because I mean, that's all enough. But compared to what the fuck y'all do, I don't.
You calling us? We got a problem now.
I'm just saying
We
it's
cracking.
I'm building a whole website.
Hey, don't pass on the blunt.
We
But
cracking.
listen, it's a lifestyle, dog. For real. Because honestly, people who smoke live different lives. Let's just.
No, weed
sometimes
weed is definitely a culture.
It is a culture.
It is. That's true.
So the people who smoke will
Yeah,
not
it
be
is.
doing the same shit
and
with people that don't
culture.
smoke.
I love
Okay.
weed culture.
It doesn't
bro.
have to
But
be
I
like
definitely have.
It's all just
Huh?
great, bro.
I definitely have.
Well, of course you have, but I mean that's just how it goes.
What?
Kirsten,
What?
didn't smoke. Still coexisted.
I mean, but that's the thing about it.
I
That's
feel
the
like
thing
you
about
can
it.
still
Even if
coexist under that.
and you can, that's the part maturity gets to. You have to get past that point in your head, like,
She was mature
oh,
as hell.
boundaries don't matter.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying?
Open it up, bank
What
shit.
happened is she don't like the memories.
Hell, you-
I'm gonna leave you.
Boy.
I want to hear this.
She don't like the memories that that comes back when she smokes. So therefore, she don't want her nigga doing this shit. So
why she?
I'm gonna say that you can't do it
So my question
because I don't want to see it. Because I don't want to see
Hey,
it.
bro,
I'm not gonna be.
First of all,
is this how that conversation went? Like, first, like, hey, she came like, bro, hey, I don't want you smoking around. I don't want to see you smoke, bro.
This is what I had to figure out.
you know what the problem is? She sat there and gave you rules.
Okay,
Exactly.
Oh, wait a minute, wait.
And they wasn't relationship rules. They were just
They were
rules
rules,
for you.
period.
Did you
Yeah,
accept the rule?
because she grabbed that
That's
motherfucker
no.
like, I was just like, excuse me.
What, she snatched it from you?
No.
Oh,
No,
boy.
Metaphorically.
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 Right. Yeah, no. She definitely snatched them up. But also physically, she literally did it after she told me not to do it for so long.
I didn't even hit the blunt.
Huh?
I didn't even hit the blunt.
It passed around this.
Oh,
way.
okay.
Yeah.
Y'all leaving me out.
Right.
Wait.
So it's just ridiculous. It's all of it.
So
At
did
the
you
end of
ever
the day,
follow the rule, or was it the first time?
I
she was like,
just
"Hey."
look.
did.
I gave her space. That was me giving me her space. If she said she didn't like it, I asked her every time, "What is it you don't like about it? What am I doing right now? I'm smoking and I'm talking. I'm only productive when I'm high. So, with that being said, what is your problem with it? I just don't like it, and I don't know why. I'm just
where
like,
do you get off?
Yeah, no,
that's what I'm saying.
If she had a,
I don't
if she
care
would've
that you have a
had-
problem
If she
with
would
it.
have had a good reason.
Don't set
She-
boundaries
if
on
she
that.
would've had a good
Because
reason
you
for
have a
saying
problem.
I'll
that,
pay
Listen,
my bills
that's
and
one thing.
hey y'all, look. If
But-
she had a valid reason, then fine. But at the same time, there's two sides to that.
Even
It's valid
then,
for her.
You
So
have
that just
a
lets me
journey.
know.
She has a
That
journey.
just lets me know
It needs
the
to
level of
coexist.
maturity is not there yet.
Not forced. Once it's forced, it's ruined.
It's a problem. Period. It's a
Does she
problem
work?
from the jump. Huh?
Does she work?
She worked out there. She went to school for accounting. She was looking for an accountant job. But all the
Does
jobs...
she have a job yesterday?
I can get her a job
'cause
at
this
my
is important.
job.
Uh-huh.
This is important. She looked for all these, these types of jobs. She was actually in and out of like 3 jobs because she liked it. She was uncomfortable. Nigga, if I got a job, I got a job.
Yeah.
Hey, I can get her hired at my job.
It's not even that deep no more.
Yeah.
Okay.
If she don't want to, what is your job? What does your job do? Hold on, wait. Because
It's
let me
above me now.
look at this. Look exactly.
It's above me
I
now.
don't take
Nigel.
calls. I train people how to do the job.
Talk about it in a second. What does your stuff do? What does your job do?
We're a call center, inbound call center.
She don't like call center. She won't do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
nah.
Period.
Okay.
How much is this man?
Man, she get
depends on the program.
I'm just counting them, bro.
The lowest that we have there is $11. The highest as just a regular
Hold on,
agent.
wait. You said just a regular agent is
Just
how
a
much?
regular agent. The lowest that we have is $11, and the highest that we have is $12.50.
Nope, she won't take it.
Okay.
Well,
See?
charter starts you off at.
Yeah, charter.
Hey, what is
definitely
charter?
does.
What is charter? What do you do at charter?
Same thing.
Oh, she. My
Yeah.
department hired
How
her.
much?
She doing it.
How much?
Like $15.
Do you want to do it?
Hey, that's fine.
She won't do $15.
She won't do it because she's uncomfortable. Think
Exactly.
about what I went through and think about what she went through.
What kind of
Nigga
work?
was
What
homeless
kind of
type
work is she
shit.
looking into?
She's looking for clerical work.
What the
I
hell is
literally gave. Look, let
I
me
really
show you
don't
how
know
deep
what
this
that
goes.
is. What that is.
Hold on,
What kind of work is that?
Is where you base your secretary, so to speak.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
she's like, keeping people shit together, organizing, right? Right?
Yeah.
So I get her before she even gets here. I did breaks for a girl who worked at home. And I was like, oh, really? My girl's been talking about working from home or whatever. What do you do? Oh, it's this medical field, da-da-da. You go to the office for 9 months, and then you get the option to stay at home. Oh, well, I'm going to pass this to her. You can get her a job? Yeah. I can just pass it off to the manager. She'll hire her like that. I will keep that in mind. I sent it to her. She was like, oh, yeah, I found out that, got to do the office thing for 9 months. I'm just trying to jump right into it. How are you trying to jump right into it? You have a set schedule, and 9 months is too long for you?
Is that where her experience lies?
9 months is too long for you?
I have a question. Is that where her experience lies?
Well, yeah, that's what you went to school for.
Oh.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like at the same time,
Those are hard jobs to find, man.
right? I'm saying the option. You know how long I've been working at? I've been working at Advance before I quit and then rejoined Advance. 4 fucking years,
I believe.
and they were only paying me like 9 something, 8 something until I got kicked to 10, 11 something. After 4 fucking years. And you got almost $20 $20 an hour position. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
There are women who understand like what we're saying, right?
Fuck yeah.
Think like
Yeah.
that, right?
Fuck yeah.
That's not like.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
That's not
a
rare.
Gender thing.
Yeah, it's not rare. There are
human,
definitely
like
people.
human stuff right here, bro.
And I think it just it comes from experience.
It's just human stuff right here, bro.
It comes from experience. It comes from
Nah, bro, this all down here.
it comes from experience.
On Earth.
It comes from maturity, and it comes from environment. And I've seen her environment. I'm gonna analyze it. So I hit record anytime I went to California. How did they operate? And how have you been operating
Don't be babysitting.
since? I'm saying though. You know what I'm saying? They're making a life out of their life, and however they want it,
They ain't
it's
babysitting.
exactly how they got it. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. There was a bunch of red flags all over the place. It's just that my own stubbornness and ignorance, because I didn't gather the data yet, you know what I'm saying, brought me to this point where, hey, but it also let me know how quickly I can make things happen.
The red flag.
Within 2.5 months, I was able to go from homeless to a place and moving my girl in. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy how quick things can happen. So, I'm just suffering a consequence that, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, teaches me a lesson.
Yeah.
Look at what you can do for yourself.
Yeah.
So, who should you live with? Yourself.
Yeah, man.
Be by yourself for a second. Live in that. Because now that I think about it, and we want to talk about generational curses and shit, my grandfather, even right now, and my dad can never be without people. They are always with somebody.
My dad is the same way.
They've never experienced life by themselves, fully, truly, and
that's
completely.
why they feel so lonely.
And that's why they are so fucked up.
Even when they're with people, they feel lonely.
Right. But this is norm. So this is what, you know what I'm saying? So I noticed, since I've started becoming more emotionally intelligent, I've noticed that every time I had a girl since my first one, I've needed a girl after that. So even while I was with somebody, I was just like, who can I fall back on? You. Fantastic. All right, cool. All right, so I'm going to hang on this tree for a second, and when it rot and die or whatever, just jump on the next one. Yep. Fuck it, because this is how I live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's conditioning.
I gotta figure that shit out because I am further.
Single, bro.
It is so fun, man.
But you have to figure that out.
But there's
though,
a
you feel
difference.
me?
You can be single and like not place your stability in other people's hands.
Yeah, period.
And that's all he's saying because
Yeah.
I'm at the exact same place. It's not anybody else's responsibility to make sure I have a roof over
Because
my head.
that's what it is at the end of the day. You always have somebody in your life.
And I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like personally, the reason my relationship got toxic is because I handed that to somebody else. And I feel like that just puts stress
Now we're
on
getting
me.
to the meat and potatoes of what I want to talk about.
Actual
All
meat
of
and
us are in toxic positions.
You just said what?
All of us are in toxic
But
positions.
it's our own toxicity that brought it to us to teach
Right.
us about the
Yeah,
toxicity.
it's not anybody else's
Because
fault
if it
but
wasn't
mine.
for
It's a lesson I
me,
need
you're
to
not.
learn.
wanting to fix shit all the time, you know what I'm saying?
Am I though, for real?
I mean,
We
that's
haven't
why
talked about
self-reflection
anything.
is
So are you?
important. Like,
No, I don't think it's.
What have you been going through?
I'm just like experiencing. It's been good because, well, one, okay, she's got a house, right, and something is happening in my house that I just couldn't be there, so I've been kind of there for it. It's been cool.
How long you been there?
Like 2 weeks.
Perks.
Too long.
Yeah.
Too long.
Because you know what you're doing.
Too
You're
long.
getting getting comfortable.
No,
Yeah.
I was gonna go back home. I was on one. There's only a couple.
You're running from yourself.
There's only a couple.
Okay, so look, the thing
There's
about
only a couple.
there's one thing, and I don't know if you will ever meet my grandfather because Nigel, I ain't even mean to tell you this.
Hey,
We almost lost him earlier this week.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
it's getting to that time where I'm starting to come to understanding that it might happen soon.
Mm-hmm.
Soon, within the next 6 months to a year, my nigga might not be here no more. I have to now get ready for that.
Right.
But we definitely almost lost him earlier this week. So, but one thing he has always told me was,
Very good though.
never drive a woman's car, never move in with a woman, because when she puts you out, you ain't got shit to say.
Now, look,
And I experienced that over the summer with Secret Bay.
And you can say that.
I haven't
same
said
thing
this.
For men
I did
women.
not think I was gonna put this on the podcast,
Everybody
but since
needs to be
everybody
in
else being vulnerable, we got into an argument, and her exact words was, it was like 3:00 in the morning. Her exact words was, "Let me know when you leave." I was supposed to be over there for 3 days. This was the first night. She said, "Let me know when you leave." The fuck? The fuck?
Yikes. She cut
I'm
you
in my
all the way
own
off.
little zone, smoking on the balcony. We get into it. Let me know when you leave. I'm gonna leave the fuck right now. The fuck? I got a place I can go. You asked me to come over here and spend time with you. I got a place I can go.
Yeah, and
Shit ain't been the same since.
now look.
Shit completely died right after that.
Because you
But
actually
why?
left.
Why
I
did you do
actually
that?
left.
That's why.
I left and I
What made you
said
do it
some
in the
shit
first
that I
place?
regretted it. But
Hold on.
I said shit that I regretted after that. But I don't regret saying it. I regret the feeling that I had when I said it. I wish I could have said it at a better feeling. I think would have had
You
more.
think it would have came out different?
Yeah.
Feel it. That's
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah, because I was already... we haven't seen each other in months prior to then. We were supposed to be meeting, talking about our relationship. The conversation actually went well as fuck. It was after the fact when I was on the balcony smoking that she came out about some shit she asked me to fix in her apartment. But it's like I ain't been over there in a while. So how am I supposed to always know to bring my goddamn tools when I'm probably 2017? You already know, Nigel. I was over her house every fucking week.
I used to pop up over
Exactly. 2018 shit started to die down. 2019 I only been in her house. What is October? Shit, fuck it. It's October. I've only been in her house 4 times this year. So it's like, how am I supposed to? If you tell me to fix some shit in December, and I don't come back over this bitch until April, you just expect me to always carry the part in my damn car? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
That is exactly
You got
what you
6 steering wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for real. But for real, you expect me just to keep this shit in my car? Oh, I'm going to Bay House. Let me just whoop, whoop. No.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That is good advice, though. I'm not gonna lie.
when she,
That's great advice, as a matter of fact.
when she came to me about it,
It puts you in a different space. You
when
know
she
what I'm
came to
saying?
me about
It
it,
makes
of
you a
course,
doer. It makes you a doer. You feel me?
when she came to me about it, of course, I'm with the response like, I haven't been over here since X amount of days.
What?
You could at least reminded me. Shit, I got other shit on my mind besides fix it. It was so fucking small of a fix. It was a fucking electrical outlet cover.
So a screwdriver.
Get 2 screws.
Yeah, so a screwdriver.
And she asked me to get the new piece. That was it. But if you don't remind me, and I ain't been over your house in 4 fucking months.
Why is that an issue in the first place?
What's a
'Cause
good
it's
balance
clearly
for like
touched.
how much alone time you need? Like a healthy amount of alone time.
I feel like
Because like
that,
sometimes I verge on like isolating myself in a very bad way.
when you feel that,
You know what I mean?
when you feel that, you probably just need to go through it.
Yeah.
Because you at low key, look, your brain
I lost the
literally
one here
works
again.
to solve problems, right? So, do you think that the difference between your conscious and your subconscious is that your subconscious makes things happen so it can learn from that experience? And low key sabotages you to make you stronger.
It takes.
Can you believe
it takes,
that?
It takes a root. Is
Yeah.
what he's talking
Right?
about.
You have to
Yes.
open doors, but you're the only one who can open doors.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's why maturity shows you that if you...
I hate how you put it.
I feel it, but you get it.
Because you're looking
It's the
at.
guru from Airplane. You gotta go within, man.
You gotta look
You
Because
gotta unlock those.
when
You gotta think about it
but I understand.
What-
from a
what-
place of love. You
it's
feel?
fun-
That's
what
why I
you
made
said-
that face like,
He's just like, I got you.
What
I
you
get
saying,
what you're
like-
saying, but it just made me just,
Yeah.
You looking at 2 different points of perspective.
Yeah, I'm hip. I
So-
understand exactly what you're saying. I just hate how it was worded.
Right.
Right? So, but with that being... What?
Nothing.
Come on, you threw me off.
I did. My bad.
God damn, son. Anyway.
Gotta be quick.
Right. Gotta be quick. So, anyway, when it comes to that, again, I think you should go for it. But those types of things only really show themselves.
For what? I'm so sorry.
You wanted to isolate yourself, but in a
Yeah,
bad way.
no.
I was gonna ask
like
what
I
a
do-
bad way is, though.
I-
What is a bad way?
I take Adderall. I got ADHD. And
Me too,
sometimes
me too,
I
me
can,
too,
like,
me
duck
too,
the
me
fuck
too.
out.
I feel you,
Pill
right?
pop.
And like to an unhealthy degree, and I think that like at those moments, that's when like I'm really glad we got the podcast going because like that's a nice intermittent like socialization to keep me from like ducking out to like an unhealthy amount.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Feel it. I feel it. You're
Just
constantly going
I
somewhere to
can duck
look for
off.
something. Yeah, I believe
Like,
that.
I don't want to go nowhere. He said, Mark,
I
I'm tired
remember
of
when
being
we
in the
first
house.
moved to Cleveland. This nigga did not come out his room. I was
That's
like,
how
is
I
he
feel.
okay? Do he not like me?
Hey, look.
I'm like, Mark, let's do something, nigga. He's like, bro, I just want to just be in my room, bro.
Yeah.
That's really all I
I
want
feel
to do.
that.
I'm like,
We
come on,
need to
man.
travel. We need to have
Nigga,
an
let's wrestle.
episode
Let's do
outside of
something.
fucking St.
Let's be
Louis.
men.
Let me graduate.
Right.
Let me graduate.
Had to go get a dog.
Yeah.
Hey, but really though, like I said,
I would love that
what it
idea.
is.
Just let me
I'm
graduate.
saying, look, but that's really what it takes, for real. Like really, just kind of going off into some shit. Like right now, I just created an extremely uncomfortable situation for myself. I could have just played it cool. Yeah, I could have just played it cool until like a point in time where it could easily be like, all right,
Easier
boom.
said
But
than done.
right now, it's just like you have nowhere to go. So,
Yeah.
That's why you can get back together.
no.
Okay.
No.
You say that.
If I say it out my mouth, I mean it.
This is how I see things.
That's my
I've-
word.
I
With
feel
those
like-
eyes, and they kind of slanted right now.
I feel like you shouldn't give up on it completely. You should look at the situation for how it evolves.
That's one thing I do want you. Wait. Before you continue, remember that.
Don't
before
get
you continue,
caught in your own
this
dick saying.
person,
Yes.
Don't get caught in your
This
own dick
person-
saying, man.
Yes.
You live in the same house.
look,
It's gonna be
listen.
tempting.
Don't be out here slinging his dick.
look,
and
this person,
forgetting that you actually got emotions tied at the crib.
this person, right? I consider the closest person to me.
Mm-hmm.
She knows everything. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna always love this person with every bit of my soul. So anything that's going on
Too
between
much of your
us,
soul.
chill.
That's a large.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I
That's
use the wrong
valuable
word.
real estate. That's valuable real estate, man. That's
Hey,
100%.
you're right. You're right.
You heard me
back
say
some,
the
man.
exact same words about Taylor.
You heard me.
Dial that back.
But
some,
you heard
man.
me.
Too much of my valuable.
Look, you're right.
That's
It's
you
too.
are.
You're right. You're right.
1%.
And this is me understanding that.
2.
Okay?
Yes.
2 of you. One.
We good?
One, if you want to have kids. 2 of you see a future with them. 2%.
With that being said, I cannot give her everything. Because when you're in a relationship, I've been saying this for a long time, and for a second I didn't understand fully even what I said. I was like, in a relationship, you are with 3 other people. You, yourself, her, and herself. You know what I'm saying? Because after a point, when it gets serious, that's who you're dealing with. Sometimes herself comes out and asks how the fuck she want to act.
So does
Which
yours.
is takes
But
me
also
back.
does yourself.
Exactly.
Yep.
Because it's a reflection, right?
Exactly.
So it works both ways. It's ambiguous as fuck.
Right.
So with that being said, it's kind of like low key, your brain is setting your ass up. Because I've seen all of this come. And I refuse to believe that's
I
exactly
fucking
what the
hate
fuck
that
it was.
I know exactly what the fuck you mean.
Yeah, it's just like, that's
called
not
it.
cool,
I
but we
didn't
gonna work
listen.
past it.
I saw it.
Yeah,
And I
it's just
walked
like,
right-
you walk
I
right
didn't
past it.
Right.
Oh, that's kind of, I'm
I'm
gonna pop an
actually
Adderall
2K
tonight, boy.
Yeah, you going to that Things Remember store.
Yes, I used to go there all the time.
Wait, why?
Hey, that was a great place. You can get some engraved shit,
Can I be
cheap, and
honest?
it
That
look
is
nice.
true.
Things
Can I
remember.
be
Things
honest?
remember, yeah.
I miss my baby.
That's okay.
It's
I
all
miss-
good.
It's only because, like,
You not getting your dick wet right now?
no, when she hit me with the same time she hit me with let's actually start talking about a relationship, not even a full hour, she kicked me out of her house.
Damn.
Like,
See,
I was
that-
on board.
She said this nigga had it until he fucked it out.
I was
That's
on
really what it
board
was.
with everything.
You had it all in your hand, and you went and said some off the wall shit.
But because of
And
my rules,
dropped it on the ground. It's like, ew, I don't
Right.
want
and it's
it.
like,
Hold on, why did she put you out?
okay, so
What did you say? Because it's not what you did, it's
Right.
what you said.
I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna actually
It's
go
both.
through it for the
Right.
podcast.
I don't believe he did
Here you go.
anything. I think he said something.
Here you
Boom.
go. It's all
I'm
good.
gonna go through it for the one time. So the original reason for me coming over to her house that day was to talk about us, our relationship, how we kind of been stagnant. This was after we had a conversation about me talking to my grandfather about marrying her. Kind of shook her up a little bit because she was like, "We kind of been in a stalemate, and you still want to marry me." That's kind of
Interesting.
I want to hear about that. Girl, I've loved you since 2014. Of course, I still want to fucking marry you. So we talking about it, whatever. We get on the same page.
No.
Her balcony in her apartment is the space she gave me because she don't want me smoking in her apartment. So whenever I want to smoke, she know I'm a smoker. Go out and smoke on their balcony. Cool. I'm out there having the time of my life, playing my music, chilling. She comes out with her wine, drunk.
All you hear is all the notes in the background. Baby, baby.
I actually was playing Hall & Oates. That's the fucked up shit. I was hella playing Hall & Oates.
Damn.
It was a full moon that night too. It was beautiful.
Out on the veranda.
It was, and I remember it so well because when she said, "Let me know when you leaving," I got so mad that I took in everything around me, like a fucking camera. I was snapping pictures of everything.
This is great. This is great. This is great. All right.
Fuck you, bitch. What the fuck?
I would never call it that.
No, I'm just-
But
Dramatization.
so she comes out on the balcony and she looks at an outlet. She was like, and we just start talking, and she's like, "Yeah, I remember when I asked you to fix that." And I'm telling her, I'm trying to get her to understand it's kind of hard for me to fix something if I'm not over here
Facts.
Get the fuck.
to bring the if you don't like remind me beforehand.
Right.
Like,
Like,
nigga,
what
you
the fuck?
crazy.
Nobody lives their life that way.
The fuck?
Like, come on now. That's
So-
selfish as fuck.
The argument was over.
Alright, bitch, that's not it.
Something as simple
Y'all stupid.
as who messed up the outlet in the first place.
Wait, whoa, who messed up the
Bitch,
outlet in the
let me
first place? Was it a nigga? No.
She was trying to tell me, you messed up the outlet when you was drunk and you used my air fryer. You burned the outlet and I told you to replace it.
That does
Me?
sound like something you would do. I have
No.
known you for a while. I have known you for long.
Look, he
but I
just,
feel like
he just gotta
of the
sneak out the
most-
door.
Of the most, like,
I told
imaginative
her,
Covered
ways,
up
I
with
feel
a
like
rag.
that's a very
And
new scenario.
I told her, and I remember because I had every single detail but the text messages. I was like, you asked me when I was in school last semester, can I text you? No.
Oh God!
You came
Oh,
here.
God.
You came in here fast as because I saw you through the window. Dog. I was like, ooh, I thought we had to spring into action.
What was y'all gonna do?
Hold on.
A whole bunch of everything, dog.
Hold
Come
on.
on now.
Hold on.
Ooh.
Hold on.
My daily life is survival.
Will you hold
sir.
on? A newcomer.
That's what we be.
Hold on.
No, you good.
Hold on. A newcomer has entered the arena.
Oh my god.
Player.
But no,
Feel
okay,
like
so
niggas in here.
all right, so we
Top
get
of the morning
to
to you,
it.
boss.
Let me finish. We get into it because I'm trying to tell her, sweetheart, you told me when I was at school, you asked me the outlet is broke. You broke it when you was drunk using your air fryer. Cause
I said, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I would have
She
been
put all
fucking
of that on
fixed
you.
it. I know you renting this motherfucking apartment, bitch. I ain't stupid. Only time I ever call her a bitch. Bitch, I ain't
I'm
stupid.
so about to say what
I
conversation
know you
did we just have?
I know you renting this motherfucking apartment. Why wouldn't I replace some shit I broke?
Right,
These
you
niggas
know
do
how,
shit
bro?
like that.
I got a whole fucking toolbox. I can get the shit for the free.
That's facts though.
Why wouldn't I replace it?
If
Come
you
on
know
now.
how,
Yeah, and
If
especially
you
if it's something I
if
did.
you actually knew how much I was of service to you at any time you ever needed it, it would have been replaced if I actually broke it.
But was it really about a socket?
Yeah.
Not at all.
No,
No.
I just
It's
think
never about a
Tyree.
socket.
I just think you ain't
Come
giving
on
no
now.
dick, man.
That's-
You ain't sitting there
I
in months,
like
and
it
she
is.
needed some dick, dog.
For real.
How much dick do you have to give per week? How many hours?
She said,
You supposed to clock in?
It's not even that. If
What
it's
is
been months, and you know,
Months.
I know Saray. You the only one she
Name
fucking.
dropping?
Ooh.
I'm sorry. Timestamp.
hold on,
Okay.
what?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let me go ahead and because we can't name drop that name, Nigel.
He said, time stamp.
I'm just gonna say
Niggas telling on themselves.
7 minutes and 30 seconds.
Secret Bay. I know Secret Bay. Right? You know you the only one she fucked.
Yeah.
All she needed was some dick, Ty, and you ain't give her dick when you first showed up. Nigga, you got comfortable and enjoyed the view.
Because she wanted to talk first.
Okay, talking to some dick.
So
Come
now,
on, Ty, you gotta go.
now we just
That's
been,
all she
He
needed.
walked in, start painting.
Yeah.
Did
didn't
some
talk,
laundry.
But he give her a hug and a kiss, like, how was your day,
All right,
girl?
we'll take it.
Okay, so after that we didn't
How
talk.
have you been?
We didn't talk for exactly 7 days. We ended up talking again on the 4th of July.
After she put you out?
Yeah.
Okay.
After I made her talk to me, because I'm like, all right, so if you gonna talk to me, I'm fucking done. And that's when we just started had a conversation, and she
Jasmine just said the next day, baby, I didn't mean it.
7 days. That's
I didn't mean it, baby.
It killed me. I spent those days so drunk and shitty. It killed me so bad. It was just like a knife in my heart just kept fucking turning and turning and turning. Because of the fact that I turned down girls for other girls. So the fact that I've turned down so many for you and this is happening,
This is gonna happen. Everything you cannot be in a perfect connection with someone all the time. You're gonna bump heads.
yeah, I know.
And if it
You
ended
know what I'm
happened,
saying?
that could just mean
Yeah.
that they served their purpose.
there's a
they
whole other
purpose
person
life.
in your
You feel me?
space.
Yes, like that other person. Y'all might have a lot of stuff similar. Y'all might do a lot of things alike, but you don't do everything alike.
That's that.
You still have different ways.
I just know what I
So
want.
you have to understand.
There's the
that.
you that you will see that nobody else can see, and there's the you that she will see.
I just
You know
know
what I'm
what
saying?
I wanted. I know the person I want to have my kids by.
All you had to do was give it some dick. You possibly could have got.
Or
a
just
kid,
wait.
Ty.
6 days earlier.
No.
Trying to tell you.
But no, she basically was like, we just need to take a break, and she hit me with this whole, we love each other, we'll be back together.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is at the end of the day.
I don't believe that. That's
I mean,
that's
don't say
bullshit.
that.
but if she end
That's
up
bullshit.
in front of your
The
face
wa-
30
okay,
years later,
okay,
and
let's-
it's just
no,
like, what's
no,
up?
okay, so the way love works,
I'm
if
not
it's
waiting
gonna
on
actively
love.
work,
Did he just say that?
if it's
What
gonna
does love mean for you? Then
if it's gonna actively work,
It's-
you have
it's
to
not the
actually
same
put
rules.
energy into
It is
it.
though.
You-
You
I
can
get
back
that.
it- you
At
can
that
back up
general
love
rule,
with
I get it.
actual actions
love is a
and
job,
behavior.
okay?
You know what
But
I mean? It's not
it's-
just a feeling.
everything
You do
is
shit
work,
for it.
though.
Yep.
Everything
So you
that you
work for it.
want is So I definitely feel that one. You're right. You're right.
And that's why I was like,
Baby, I'm bringing you some lunch.
that's why I officially stopped dating.
So the
I
way
don't-
love works for Tyreek.
I do not
You know how many
date
bitches I let me
anymore.
hungry?
Gotcha.
I'm getting her cookies.
Right.
I'm getting her cookies.
And I
so
don't
can
think
like
I'm
get her
I don't think I'm gonna date for some years.
Hey, look, after this,
You haven't
me
been on
neither.
a date in some years.
I don't think I'm going to date in some years.
It's time for me to be by myself, and
Yeah.
that's one of them things that's crazy. It's just like when you start.
Then again,
seeing-
I've never been one of those
They-
niggas who've been dying to have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like that's never been something
And
of.
that's the thing.
It's niggas who out here who
It's very
always feel like they need to be with a girl, and
can
I've
you
never
date
had
without a
to.
relationship? Like if you just like
Hell yeah, nigga, I love fucking bitches.
right. That's what I'm saying. So that's what you mean by you're just not gonna be in relationships for a while.
Wow.
I'm tired. Fuck you, man.
Y'all play too much. He
Fuck
said,
you, man.
"Damn."
Fuck you. Y'all just don't understand how much pressure I'm under.
Hey, look, I get it though. I feel you.
You
I
gonna
feel
shine
you.
bright like a diamond when you done though.
It's a lot of bad bitches in my job. And I'm the only nigga that look good.
Get me hired. Get me hired.
I am under extreme pressure.
Get me hired.
Don't do all that. Come
This
on,
is the
now,
point
you
I'm
wasting
rolling my
time.
eyes at bitches.
No, wait.
Matter of fact, get me and Byron hired.
No,
We gonna have a
now you
competition.
really tripping. Fuck
We gonna
that.
have
I'm
a
gonna tell you,
competition.
It's a
hey,
distraction.
I'm a man.
And you work on cars?
It's a distraction.
That shit's.
That's
Pussy's
that's
not-
time you could be put
Pussy's
somewhere
not a
else, dog.
distraction. Pussy is an accomplishment.
It is.
An accomplishment in a the lesser category, because we could be doing so much better with our time.
They getting
Yeah.
pussy? What are you talking about, Byron?
What you going through?
Yeah, for real.
I don't know. I'm tired of.
Ain't
the pussy
nothing
power
better
right
than
now,
getting
to be
my
honest
dick
with you.
wet.
Well, I'm
I'll
sorry.
say that now.
Within those
Man.
hours,
He ain't never had no final form pussy.
That's what it is.
Within those
That's
hours
how I
that
got
y'all
2
was
kids,
getting-
man.
within those
I
hours,
got
that y'all was getting it in.
What I do?
You could have
That shit's
capitalized
golden.
on $1 million project.
She hit you with that final
And
form
be
pussy.
doing that.
Out.
You see what I'm
I
saying?
said,
That's
God.
what I'm saying.
They don't want to hear that.
That's all I'm saying.
What?
You said her personality is good enough.
No, that's not what I said at all.
No.
I'm just messing.
But also that's why he got 2 kids.
Yeah, I definitely.
Man, and that's
And a
it.
wife.
Power of vagina, man.
I feel it. I feel it.
Shit's.
Pussy.
You catch it.
This is what I said. This is what I said. Women will rule the
That
world
system,
if they
man.
thought logically.
Boy, yes.
That's what
That
I'm
system
saying.
is something
Yes.
else.
But too many of them get offended by everything. And they too dumb to
And
realize
that's
what
why,
they really have.
you know what? That's why I actually believe there possibly is a guy. Because he's like, nope, can't let you bitches have everything.
Hell no. Too much.
That's the same.
That's funny as fuck. I'm sorry, that's pretty funny. You stupid. I know, right? This is ridiculous.
Oh, no.
Fucking
That is
dumb.
hilarious. That was gold. That's pure gold right there. I hope Dave Chappelle heard that.
Right.
Okay, what y'all think about his special?
I enjoyed it.
I
still haven't
love
finished
Dave
it, so-
Chappelle, period.
It was cool. It
He
wasn't
can't
as
do
funny,
bad.
though.
N-
That's
not
fine.
As, not as original.
That's okay.
Not
I
as
just enjoy
original.
watching him laugh at himself. Hold on, wait.
Well, I mean,
And that's really what he did, laughing at himself the whole time. He was just high as fuck. It was like, hey,
How
y'all
do you
can
know?
enjoy my laughter.
As a
That's
person
me
who
anyway.
likes fashion,
I mean,
as a person who likes fashion, I just wonder who the fuck that dresses Dave Chappelle when he comes out.
That's true though. Like,
think
what are we
he
going
does.
for here?
right.
Because Dave be wearing some shit like Dave.
Yeah.
Dave.
I think he does.
Dave.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
You know, when people peak, they tend to try to stay in they highlight periods too. You know what I'm saying? Like you will
That's why I
see
hope
the
I never
era at
peak.
which this person
If
stopped
I ever-
being cool.
And that's why I hope I never peak. Because if I ever
Dave
peak,
Chappelle has never
I'm at
not
the
been
mountaintop,
cool.
I'm
That's
a
honestly
seat.
true though. I feel that too.
Yeah.
That's how he feels about the fashion.
I'm working
You
on
can bring
something.
90s back whenever.
I'm working on something.
You can bring
That's-
80s back whenever.
That's why I never peak, right? Because if I'm at the peak, I just look at another mountaintop and that's what I see.
Okay.
Within a week,
Raw.
I'll never get weak.
Yeah.
Because at the other mountaintop I see.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you write that down? Hey, that's what's up. Wait a minute.
Oh, it was actually paused. We didn't catch it. Oh.
Can you do it
Sorry.
again?
Come again next
Hey,
time.
this is going to be a long episode.
Hey, I feel it. I fucks with it.
Because recording hella doubled already.
Hey, that's what's up. Damn, for real?
Yeah.
Niggas been out here like that.
Yeah.
That's
We got 2 hours or something on the other one.
As long as McDonald's is still open with them cookies, I'm straight.
When do McDonald's close?
They don't.
Unless you live in Florissant. Unless you live in Florissant, they started closing. Now I don't eat McDonald's anyway, but
So this McDonald's.
You
is
like a
connected to the
McDonald's,
gas
yeah.
station.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
So-
Florissant,
okay.
they stopped doing
If
that.
you gotta close McDonald's,
I guess the name of this episode is going to be Expeditiously Ebony, featuring the Damaged Dudes.
And y'all some doobie-asty types.
spell it.
I have no clue.
Because we
I
just
wanna-
4 damaged
I
dudes.
want to
What's the
drop
name of
more
that
gold
movie?
though. Hey, I hear a song. I listen to a song called "Broken Girls" by Saba.
Every girl broken. All
I
these girls
don't
broken.
want the episode.
But look,
to get
he was
broken.
like, "I'm in love with broken girls. Girls, that's the hook, right?" And then when he go into the verse, he was like,
that.
That's
"Look, I'm
Nigga,
in
that
love
is
with
stressful.
What does that say?
I'm
about
in
you?
love with broken girls. Really, I'm broke myself.
Okay,
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't look. I don't like broken girls.
But
I don't either.
hey,
I like my
I
bitch.
prefer
but if you're dealing
for
with
her to
it-
have her shit together because
If-
I'm
hold on,
broke. We both cannot be broke.
Nigel, I like my bitches like IKEA. Well put together.
Yes, yes.
Look, here's the deal.
No,
Here's the deal, okay? Here's
That's
the deal.
crazy.
we have to coexist
If
by
you-
one picking up a little bit of the load when the
Get
other
you
don't
an
have.
IKEA bitch.
If you are
Yes,
still
you know
within
what
that
I'm saying?
situation,
When I'm down, you need to be up. When you down, I need to be up. We have to pick up each other.
Name somebody with damaged IKEA furniture.
I don't know one.
Get you an IKEA bitch.
wow. Stupid.
I've
dude.
never had an
Come on.
IKEA bitch.
Look.
That's the second name of this episode. IKEA
Is that
bitch.
code for a
IKEA
white
bitch.
woman?
No, it's just
Right.
a bitch that's well put together.
Oh, okay.
I've
She
never
got
had
her
one.
shit together.
You know what
I mean, I've had a woman with her shit together.
She's a
but,
sturdy shelf. You can stack shit
It
on
wasn't
her,
IKEA.
and she gonna last.
You know what I'm saying?
You can put all your problems
You know
on
what
her,
I'm saying?
and she can
IKEA.
hold the fuck up.
Yeah, actually.
Get you
Yeah.
an IKEA bitch.
Yes.
But
That's
his
Thor's
parents
theory.
live
Get
in a
you a
really
bitch
big
with a
house in
mission.
Chicago.
She knows what she want.
Yeah.
When she already on her way to get it and she know what she want, boy, get
I like
one
my
of those.
bitches sturdy like a nightstand.
Yes, and she gotta have hands. I might be asking for a lot here, but mine got it.
And drawers, because she gotta hold my problem.
Exactly.
Wow.
I
And that's
think
where we
you
circle
type,
right back to toxicity. Really,
I
I'm broke
think you
myself.
type,
It's a reflection. It's a reflection. You got a broken girl. If you're dealing with a broken girl, that means you're broken yourself. What did
No,
we
it
learn
don't.
today?
No, it don't, just because they easy to give you pussy.
Wow. And
That
your
is so
pursuit-
true.
And your pursuit of pussy is what
That
you know,
is
like,
so
you're right,
true.
They don't want it.
They are the
No,
easiest
okay.
to manipulate.
And the thing is,
Talking to a chick with no.
you just haven't been there.
No,
You
fuck
gotta
that.
have hands.
I'm not fucking
You
with
know
nobody's
what? I would
life like
try.
that.
Of course you not, but
I'm spending
I
too
would
much time
try
on my
a
own.
lot of different.
and that's why you're one of the good guys.
I
The
would-
time
really
that
would.
I was fucking with you, I definitely
I
could have
still
built
want
a
And
one.
car.
that's why you're
and
one of the
been
good
famous.
guys. We're trash
still want
niggas.
one.
We've both dealt with
No,
girls
it's
with
really about
low
money,
self-esteem
to be honest
before.
with you, but
That's. I mean,
You know?
But I made them better. Shout out to you.
Yeah, you would.
I would have to find a normal midget.
What's a normal midget? What?
All his body parts, I guess.
What?
What did you say?
What those are normal niggas?
What?
He said nubs and shit. I don't
So,
want
okay, so
girls.
Nigel said that he wanted girls.
Oh, Nigel, no name dropping, Tom. So Byron said what?
2 hours later.
I'm My bad. Go ahead.
Person of interest one.
Oh no.
He wanted a girl with hands, but I didn't immediately think of fighting. I thought, oh, like you talking to a chick with just nubs, and then, and I was like, I do it. I was like, what? And I was like, he was like, hey, I'm over to some new shit, like fuck it. He said, let's get weird. So I was like, a midget? He was like, it would have to be a normal size. I was like, what the fuck is a normal size midget? And he said, one with all the body parts.
Hold on, what the fuck? Wait, what the fuck?
I can't do a midget with nubs.
That's the color.
That's weird. That is
That's the color.
weird.
But I can do a normal sized woman with nubs.
What about it?
Oh,
You have to let
I
me
don't
get
do
my
that.
fantasies within its own
What is your
section.
fantasies with nubs?
It's not a fantasy with nubs, but you cannot sit here and tell me
It is now.
you would.
Fucking never.
It's
But you
so
can't sit here and
weird.
tell me that the triple slurp action move with nubs, my nigga, would not
What
be
are you
cold.
talking about,
She
right?
would not be cold with them nubs.
What?
I'm sorry.
The triple
The
what?
triple slurp notch move.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's the name of the goddamn episode.
Okay.
She shouldn't need me hands.
I'm just saying, give me them nubs. I want to see what that feel like for the one time.
I don't want to.
You know.
If you would have said gum, if you would have said no teeth, I would have had you.
It's a hands-free situation.
But nubs?
Yes,
Look,
bro.
my no hand.
Have you ever been beat? Have you
I
ever been
mean-
jerked off with some nubs?
But wait a
No.
minute.
Don't judge it.
Wait a minute.
Because I haven't
Yes,
either.
I have.
Wait,
Actually.
But aren't teeth
Wait, both
like
nubs?
little
Do I need,
nubs,
do I
like
need
with a whole
somebody
bunch
with
of them?
double? No arm? Like no
Double
hands?
hand amputee.
That's
No
what I
hand.
heard that.
Curved is smooth.
Can I get two girls? Like one got a left hand cut off, one got a right hand.
Yes, you can
Or
actually.
If you're into
Okay.
it.
Yes, that's look at
Okay.
you. I like how you
Okay.
advancing this. That's
Okay.
what's up.
What the hell is
That
going
and
on?
that's how evolution works, kids.
What?
Yep.
I'm just like,
Oh, no,
Yep.
man, having
I'm
that
just
descendants.
We call them bitches twins.
No, it's called quality, not quality.
I don't give a fuck if they was real sisters.
Mine is fun.
As long as they're amputees.
Amputees can't get with me.
That's crazy.
And they get checks.
They call me
Bro, you
smooth.
crazy.
And they get checks.
Yes.
I'm over it.
Yes. They pay for the dick.
Well,
That's why
Am
I
I
need-
wrong?
I need a woman who gonna pay for some
Maybe
shit.
they don't have.
I don't need a woman to.
That's why I don't
But
mind
it's
fuck-
not bad to
That's
have
why-
a woman spoil you.
They
That's why I
get
wouldn't
paid.
mind
You
fucking
got-
old white
I
women.
don't know what turned it on. I don't know.
I'm telling you, like
People have like.
we
people
were
have
getting
midget
really
fetishes.
deep into the relationship.
I
stuff.
definitely am one of them people who
The
want to
relationship stuff?
experience sex with a
Come
man.
back into the conversation.
I'm
Then.
waiting on it. I'm waiting for that. So I'm talking about fucking people.
So Byron want to fuck all white women.
I want to fuck all the white women. Snow bunnies.
Oh,
No, I'm playing. I'm
not
playing. That's
all
not how
of
I'm
them,
coming.
But I
I'm
do
playing.
enjoy the pink.
I'm
And
playing.
I
I just wanted to be ridiculous, and I look. I started it back up.
No.
I'm sorry. I
You know,
wanted to
yeah.
be ridiculous. Look, chill. Look, here's the deal. Okay, the reason y'all feel this way is because of systematic oppression. Can't
Hold
you
on,
see it?
damn. You
Come
talking
on
about
now.
fucking midgets. How are. Hey, look.
Alright, so at my job, it's just I told y'all it's a total of like 6 niggas on the floor, and probably a total of about 30 plus women.
Look
We're
at what
going to
that
Waffle
systematic
House after
oppression.
this.
I
God
am, and that's probably only 3 straight men. I am the only good-looking man on the floor among about 30 plus women.
A job full of ugly motherfuckers, man.
Wow.
But there are some, and that's just on the floor that I'm over. That's not the building, right? Because this bitch is another.
That's why you won't get me hired. You want me to be competition.
I told you to get in there.
You said, bro.
Come get this shit. I see new niggas be like, bro, please take this shit. I'm rolling my eyes at bitches. How do you think you'll be able to work in an environment of fine bitches all on you, on your tip? Do you think you'll work in an environment like that while in a relationship?
Yeah. Yeah.
Most people do it, I think.
I guess because at my
It's
job
cool
now,
if that's not you. That's fine.
at my job now, I get hit on, and I do not talk to women at my job. I have not picked up
No.
none of that.
This is not customers coming in. These are people
Who you see all
every fucking
Oh,
day.
Have you ever worked in a call center?
No.
It should get too close.
Yes, bro,
It
yes.
should get too
Every
close.
aisle I go down, they bring up sex.
What?
Every aisle I go down, it bring up something sexual. It's to that point, Ty.
Hey, so
Oh.
And that's why I roll my eyes at bitches.
damn.
I said, can we talk about something else? Bitch, how was your day?
You just trying to go for that? That's crazy. They just throwing it at you. Damn, son.
It's hard to
Damn,
find
son.
good dick.
It's-
You know, they make this be- that's-
It's a lot to
Everybody
handle.
It ain't our fault they hard to find good
It's
dick.
very difficult.
Facts.
It's not our
That's
fault, but
unfortunate.
they
That's
throwing the
unfortunate.
pressure.
It's your responsibility.
It's like the old me.
Going to all that
And I had to
shit.
explain this to them. I said, you know what? I'm happy I have a girl, and I'm happy I'm with the girl that I have. Because she knows how to put her foot on my neck. If I had a girl that did not, I would be smashing all these bitches up in this motherfucker.
I don't need all
I would be
that, bro.
smashing all these hoes.
I just don't.
But
want
because
y'all.
she puts her foot on my neck, I'm not trying to even cross the boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Even trying to take it that far. You know, niggas. You know,
And be like, you know what? I can't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
it's
I
very,
love the fact that
it's very,
there's a difference.
it's very
Yeah.
stressful.
You did it anyway, but if she wasn't here, no, if she wasn't here,
No, I'm talking
or
about.
if it was somebody else,
I'm talking about learning from that though. That's
Oh,
what
okay.
I'm talking
So
about.
Damn, Mark.
No.
What's funny is
I can say that. I'm talking about learning from that.
I'm
I'm
saying
talking about
like,
learning from that.
But if it was another woman,
How about this? If
That's
it
what I'm
was
saying.
the girl we talked about on the first Boy Scouts episode,
Oh,
I would have did it.
Okay.
I see it.
You get what I'm saying?
So in
Okay.
other words,
Even if it was the other one from Ohio,
over there, okay.
you know,
Okay.
I would have still did it.
but it's what he asked for. He can't be mad. He's like, this is what I wanted. Yeah.
This is what I wanted,
He
and
did
that's
used
why
to tell, he was like, girl, I ruin your life.
Okay.
I used to
What
tell
do you
bitches that
What
I
do
would
you do?
ruin your life.
What do you do?
They're like, boy, you funny. Okay.
What do you do when you get what
Fuck
you
up your
want,
credit.
but you don't want it no more?
Okay.
Well, you know, I live a trial and error lifestyle. I feel like you have to try certain things and see how it works.
That's your subconscious trying to figure it out.
But there's all that's taking
He
chances.
said, I don't
Though.
know, I'm finna just make moves.
Yeah.
He said,
That's
fuck
taking,
it.
but
Fuck it.
but
I'm
that's
gonna figure it
taking
out.
chances though.
Okay.
And,
Yeah, I feel
and you
it.
have to understand your consequences behind them.
Yeah.
I just say, I'm finna try some shit. We're gonna see if
Yes.
I can land
You'll
that.
see where I
For
go.
real.
What Erica,
If I go down this slope, what's
what
going to
Erica
happen?
Badu say when she was doing call Tyrone? I'm gonna try this out.
I'm finna just make some moves.
I'm gonna try
We
this
gonna see
out.
how
I'm
it
gonna
plays
try
out.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes, for real. You have to try different things.
You know,
And that's the thing. I'm not afraid to try certain things. I'm just afraid to do it wrong.
You said, well,
Yeah, I feel that too. Yeah.
I understand failure is what it takes to
what was the last
succeed,
time you like turned
but
around?
I'm still afraid of doing it wrong.
What was
So
the-
when I do it, I'll fuck up.
But what's crazy is there's no such thing as wrong because the very reason
Nah,
you're
you
doing
can have
it is
fun.
to see
I
where you
fucked
fucked
up.
up.
Nigga, I
so
did
you can
wrong.
do better.
I did wrong.
have you ever
Okay,
looked back and like,
I was wrong.
Have-
I'm gonna tell you that now.
have you ever
I was
looked back
wrong.
and had the same? It's
I-
that realization of like, oh, I fucked up. I fucked up.
Yeah.
Look, where the fuck am I sitting right now?
You ain't fuck up.
Ooh, but I didn't at the same time, exactly, because I figured it the fuck out. Now I'm a better
You
person.
too much of a
You
good-
open what
You
what
too much
what,
of a good
what you
douche
might
to
understand
fuck
as
up
third
in the
eye.
way you could have fucked up.
Who's to say I did?
Hey, on the
Look.
plus side, ain't no kids.
Okay, he's younger than us.
Yeah,
Wait,
dog.
wait.
On the plus
Hold
side,
on, what
you
the
ain't
fuck
got no
does that mean?
kids. Dog.
Nigel.
You don't know.
on,
You
wait.
don't know,
You're
nigga.
single.
I'm not gonna
without-
have kids.
wait.
I'm
That's
stuck.
actually not
Wait.
happening.
And it's
Nigel?
not because of her, it's because the kids
that's not my
have
bad,
gotten
baby.
me attached to her.
Nigel.
Like these motherfuckers.
Nigel.
Nigel. I don't want to go nowhere.
Nigel.
Mark, trying to tell him
Aw.
he could have fucked up way worse than how he could have fucked up with everything he got going on. You lived with her.
Well, that's why
You
I'm
could
glad I
have
fucked
fucked
the
somebody
shit.
in the apartment and got caught.
That's lit.
It doesn't have to
That's
end
stupid
like.
though. That is retarded considering the fact that she doesn't leave that motherfucker. So,
Well, damn, that's not where I thought you was going. But okay.
I'm gonna stop being salty, man.
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
I'm
Now's the
just
time to be salty.
I'm trying to tell him he's
I'm just
not in a
upset.
bad position that he think he is.
But he's still.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
He's not.
You are still.
You're right, though.
I feel like
I'm
once
not.
you are still.
It's pretty great.
Once you still driving the boat,
That's what I made.
you in a good position.
Yeah.
He's driving the boat like
You
a
driving the
motherfucker.
boat.
I'm driving the boat. You're right. You're right.
I ain't driving the boat. I'm the one sitting there. Let me drive the boat.
I ain't driving the boat.
Can I drive it?
I ain't
She driving the boat.
Nasty.
I'm like, dang, I'm having fun, babe.
Look, I ain't driving the boat because if she told me come over here right now, okay, bye y'all. I'm out.
Alright, I gotta head out.
The moment she texts me and say, you know what, I miss you. Alright, I'm gone. Bye.
Yeah, give me some water, bro.
I value my experiences too much, though. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, I do as
I'm
well.
not gonna get out of the way.
I value them by learning from them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm just saying, like, in terms, like, something to do something like that, like, with me having a good time with y'all like this, if I got that call, like, it's from whoever. And I knew that I probably wouldn't get it if I didn't respond right then and there. I probably
It's
wouldn't.
a trap, man.
Yep, you can.
Wow, that's what it is?
Yep.
That's what it is?
Trap.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. You just broke up
It's
with her
gonna
this
last for
morning.
2
I'm
seconds,
definitely
then I'll
going to
be
get some
tired.
pussy. Hey, that you still mine until it's officially
Mark, you
gone.
see how I had to separate?
You are
know
still
what's up.
you are
Yeah.
still mine until it is
Yeah.
officially gone.
Ridiculous.
I agree with
Not
that.
when you want it to
Y'all
end.
some niggas.
I agree with that.
Say that again?
Not when
had
you actually
experiences
want it
that
to
made us
end.
this
That's the
way.
difference.
You right.
What do you mean?
So he wants it to end.
Right.
His mind is made up.
Like you don't even want the pussy no more.
If it don't come with, the process of her leaving, then
You have to jump into
Well, hold on
that
now, that's
pool
something different.
first to see
That
if
was
it's
the most
That's not a
savage
no.
shit I've ever heard you say, and I love it. You got some backbone.
You know
after
what
all.
I'm saying?
He
I'm
said, "Can I
cool
fuck
if
you out of this
look.
apartment?"
I'm cool if I can. I'm cool if I can't.
So you
But
don't.
if you can,
Do you want to go back?
huh?
Do you want to go back?
Not right now.
You,
Oh, okay.
'Cause I told you, she's the last.
She needs time
one.
to develop.
She needs time. So
Understandable.
if she's going to evolve into that person that I see
but
that she
because
can,
what
cool.
if, what
If not,
if she?
But
But
what
it
if she
takes for
doesn't-
her to
here's
see
the
that.
thing, though.
What if she doesn't want you back?
she may never.
Well,
Huh?
it's the fact that she needs
And I'm cool with that too.
she needs to figure
But
out
at the
who
end of
she
the day,
is.
she's my best friend. I know what she needs to do. That's everything she needs. I told her what she needs to do.
Right, but what I'm
We
saying
can't
is,
tell her what she
You're
needs
right,
to do.
because
she
she has to
has
figure it out.
figure that out.
Mm-hmm. So what's up? Which is what I'm trying to convey to her, but I can't because she doesn't get it.
We don't
Because
know
she has to
what.
get to that point.
Yeah, she
Right.
needs to. We
Well,
know
yeah,
she needs
as you were
self development, but she doesn't know how. She
I'm
has
just
to
saying
figure
that,
out
like,
how.
what you may think she needs isn't what she needs.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Which is
Maybe
why
what
she
she
gotta
needs
go.
is to
So she can figure it out.
is to learn how to figure out what she needs.
That's the mistake that I figured. That's pretty much the whole basis of why we broke up, which it all circled around back to me because I wanted to bring her ass from California in a situation that I thought was toxic. She agreed, sure, but who was more ambitious about getting her out that motherfucker?
I mean, but
Me or her? You
was
know what I'm
that-
saying?
was that ever gonna
So
work?
is she
though?
going back there, or is she trying to find her own way here?
It really depends, but at the state that she's in, she's not gonna try to do anything on her own here. She's gonna go back home because it's much easier to pack your bags and trudge through the 24-hour trip that you take basically to get to California. Everything from packing to the actual travel, right? It's much easier to do that and pay if you get it far enough in advance, $100, $200, whatever, than it is to, all right, I got till February. Let me stack my bread and actually get my own place and start doing the shit that I see you doing on a daily fucking basis.
People gotta work on their own internal clock as far as
When you,
processing that.
hold on,
stuff.
wait. When you brought her out here, did you bring her out here with an understanding with her, or
Yeah.
did you
No,
bring
it's
her out
cool.
here with
I
the
just-
idea that you was going to be able to take care of her?
That second part is the underlying detail. But I disguise it as, we gonna do this shit together. We're both in toxic situations.
Then it's then this is
I know,
definitely your
that's what
fault
I-
as well.
That's literally what I'm talking about. That's what I just.
Nah, you said F that B.
You got yourself into some. You got
It
yourself.
takes two.
But remember what I
baby.
said? Remember what I said about
Man
that
to man,
subconscious?
man to man, you got yourself into something that you realized you couldn't handle.
Are we really talking
Couldn't
about the real
handle.
issues at hand? with
It's
our
not couldn't
relationship?
handle. She is
Yeah,
disrupting
I
my
thought so.
energy. I can take care of everything, but
I
her
got a
negativity,
Okay,
her,
god
neg-
damn
her
it.
negativity to my positivity.
to handle.
Damn it.
I see what you're saying.
It's not a bad thing. Just because you can't handle something does not mean you're less of this or that.
If you
right.
think it's
I'll have to
relevant.
look at it on one end of it. It's ambiguous. You're right. My bad. I gotta catch myself. Well, yeah, you're right.
Because I had to realize even with Secret Bay, it was just
I don't wanna
too.
finish this
At a
outside.
certain point, the non-communication was too much for me to handle.
Yeah, you can't not communicate with somebody you're involved with.
And we would not communicate for 2 weeks on end, and it's just like, I'm not okay with that.
Right. And after a while, like I said, it really does get to you. Because it's just like, you know what? I'm trying to live my life a certain way at this point. At this point, I'm setting up everything around me to live my life in this way because this is what I want. This is what I like. And I'm getting rid of, slowly but surely, everything that does not align with what the fuck I want. So if you become that dark hole every time I go around, the planets and shit that I fall into until I make my way out again, I don't like that. Because you know what that is? It's a cycle. And it's a vicious one. You know what I'm saying? You hop up in that motherfucker like, whoa, wait. You may not realize you in it the first 2, 3, maybe even 30,000 times. But one day, maybe, you realize, oh, this is a toxic ass cycle. And this is the second time around for me. I learned my lesson already. You're right. I thought I had it. But I didn't. And I'm cool with admitting defeat. I'm cool with admitting the fact that I didn't do what I thought I was doing. And the fact that it wasn't pure in the first place. It didn't come from the purest form, like the purest place of love. It was greed. It was selfishness. And any foundation built off of that is going to crumble. You know what I'm saying? Even though we were friends first, which is usually the recipe for a great situation, it just didn't pan out that way. At least not right now. Because again, different level of maturity, different paths, different, and this is just me recognizing all of that. Okay. So I'm acting appropriately.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep. So
that's pretty much what this is. I was like, you know what? I've gathered my data. I gathered my info. I need you out of here. So what's that going to look like? You know what I'm saying? Because I got to do what the fuck I got to do. What I want to do, my purpose that I feel is way too great to be bogged down by somebody who doesn't get it right now. Or will ever. However that works. You know what I'm saying? But that's not my responsibility. That's bags that you gotta unpack. You know what I'm saying? That's luggage that you gotta carry. I can't do that. I'm too much of my own person, and I got way too much to fucking deal with already. It's too much. And at the end of the day, you were born alone, you will die alone. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, nothing matters on top of all of that. So it's just kind of like, well, good luck.
And to conclude, that has been another episode of the Vitamin Podcast. This has been a long ass episode. Hope you motherfuckers enjoy.
Sucks.